WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. Todd.
This isn't Vietnam, it's radio.
Hahn.
I mean, he had a handful of twig and berries.
And Rosenberg.
Everything about it was pure, unadulterated ASS.
This isn't North Dakota, this is New York.
This is Todd, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Straight up 3 o'clock in New York City. Make that 3:01 in New York City. With Don LaGreca and Peter Rosenberg, I'm Alan Hahn. On a football Monday here, 800-919-3776 to get the calls going here today. Of course, watch us on ESPN New York on YouTube as well. If you want a piece of the simulcast, you can see us there and be part of the conversation there. Very active chat as it is every day. Don is in Colorado with the blazing hot Devils who just can't lose. And Peter's here with me in New York. Don, how you doing?
Good. We got in about 7 o'clock last night, so enjoying the Mile High City. Get to get a taste of it tonight. Little time difference, kind of weird, because it's 1 o'clock here, so I feel like my day just started. But all good, man. How are you guys?
You'll get done in time for dinner. It doesn't mess with your dinner plans at all. It's great.
No, it's great. It's really. I've always loved this city. It's a great walking city.
Yeah.
And, it should be a good game tomorrow. But there's just so much to get into from yesterday.
Yeah, so there certainly is. And again, the Giants lose to the Eagles, and they lose another player. This time Cam Scatterbo. We'll get into the Giant conversation, what we saw in that game. But, I mean, guys, I think today is, obviously for us here on this show, at this station, in this city, the Jets won their first game of the season, and that, of course, is part of the story. But they lost something even bigger. And that, of course, was the sudden and surprising passing of Nick Mangold, who it's just incredible to think how he passed at the age of 41.
Right.
Was it a week even? How long was it when
it was
he
the
put
14th.
Out,
the 14th he put out the thing.
Amazing how just in a sudden turnaround, we know he put out that statement about how he needed a kidney, and we all were hoping, and we were putting out the word as best we could to help him have that ability to get that transplant, and he did not survive long enough to get there. And it's a tragic loss for his family more than anything else, his wife, his 4 children, and, of course, a loss for all of us who we have worked with him. We have met him several times. Don, I know you probably have worked with him more than anybody in your years with the Jets and also covering him. So, I know in our group chat how stunned we all were when this news came out, but it still is hard to process a day later.
Yeah, I was getting ready for the game yesterday, and I saw it come down on social media, and I was just slack-jawed. We knew he was sick.
Yep.
He sent out the message about needing a kidney transplant. But we share the same agent, Russ Spielman, and there was a lot of different things that we would cross over. So I got to know him very well over the last almost going on 2 decades since he was drafted. I was doing the Jets. He was always so emotional, so fun, so full of life, eager to talk, just eager to hang out. I'd see him at Ranger games, and he just loved the whole vibe of, chugging the beer. And I remember the Ranger Penguin series, and he was banging on the glass, getting on Sidney Crosby. He just loved everything about the tri-state area. He didn't grow up here. Had ties to, Ohio and Ohio State, but he totally committed to be here. He lived in Madison, New Jersey. He loved the local teams. He certainly loved the Jets, and, following along with what was going on with him health-wise, and talking to Russ yesterday, he said he had a bit of a setback and was going into the hospital, but the intention was that he was going to go in the hospital for whatever and then come right back out, and he never did. And the thing that devastates me, just personally, is just somebody that I knew and was friendly with being gone. He left 4 kids under the age of 15. Mm-hmm. And we all are parents now, and that's the thing that makes it difficult to know is in 41 years, he lived a hell of a life, and he's going to go to the Hall of Fame, I believe, someday. But those kids are going to grow out without a dad, without a great dad, because he was such a good person. So that's who I feel like so tremendously bad for, because he was such an important person. I'm sure to everybody, but no more important than he was to his family. And to lose him at such a young age it's so devastating. And we've seen so many athletes pass away, guys, but this one hit differently because he was such a part of the station, such a part of our lives. He was at our 20th anniversary, Peter, if you remember.
Oh yeah.
He came to that. He'd always come out to the tailgates. There were so many different functions I'd see him at. And just to know that you're not going to see him anymore. And when I saw the news about the kidney, you worry, but you're like, no, they'll find a kidney for him, and he'll be fine. The one thing about modern medicine is that you always kind of err on the side of we're living in a time now where people can find ways to get through this and to fight through this. And he was such a fighter, so I was not prepared for this, Peter, yesterday at all.
Yeah, me neither at all. I had just gotten to the pumpkin patch out on Long Island with my wife and Maya, and meeting up with friends. And I looked at the group chat and was just like, when you see like a reaction to something first, but you haven't seen what the information is. I just saw like, wow, oh, what? And I was just completely flabbergasted by this. When we saw the thing last week, I had the same thought, Don. I thought, oh man, well, I guess he's really in need now. If he's going out personally and saying, hey, if you know anyone, this is obviously getting intense. But I thought the exact same thing. He'll find it now that they're widening the search and they're being. He'll find it. I thought maybe he'd even come on the show sometime. We talk about it. Like, we'll do whatever the things are, because to your point, he's always been such a fixture at the radio station. I mean, he's in a very small class of people that I'd say since I've gotten here almost 10 years ago now that I've interviewed like countless times since I got here. I don't remember all the things. The one thing that jumped out to me yesterday when I was like recounting all my fond feelings for him was him and I were extras together. Remember when I did the oceans scene at the museum, and there were all those like local. Matt Harvey was there. There was a whole bunch of like local New York people, and Mangold was there, and him and I were just cracking up because I was like, the idea of either of us. The scene was supposed to be the Met Gala. And I was like, the idea that you and I, either of us, would be invited to the Met Gala,
right.
is comedy in and of itself. And so we hung out. There was like a bar there, and we just hung out.
He was a regular guy for a guy that was, like a 7-time Pro Bowler, and had a great career and was a widely respected player who had great success. Anytime he came around, he was a regular guy, and that's
super regular.
That's what you obviously, again, all of us had that opportunity. I've had him on several of my shows over the years when he'd come in and be promoting things, and also just to talk football. But
he had the barbecue sauce a few years ago.
Yep, he was big in that.
Also, guys, we'll have time to get to the less important stuff like the football, but you're also talking about, one of the greatest Jets of the modern era. I mean, him and Revis are the two best Jets probably of the last 20 years.
Ring of Honor guy, for sure.
Ring of Honor, probably a Hall of Famer. Just like I couldn't get that out of my head yesterday as I was driving back from Long Island listening to Bob call the game, and I'm just like, it's amazing that they're playing a game, and this is, sports are sports.
Right.
With Nick gone. He is such a quintessential Jet.
Yeah.
Like
of the modern era.
Of the modern era, he's a forever
he's
guy.
He's one of those guys that's recognizable. I felt a tremendous amount of guilt because he was looking for somebody that had O positive blood, which is me. But I can't donate a kidney because I was also born with a defect. And so I couldn't do it. But it was the first thing I thought of when I saw O positive because it's rare. And I just thought, like, I could have helped him.
Yeah, but you couldn't.
But right away,
you can't.
But I felt terrible because it's like
you know that it's hard to find.
Like I know him, he knows me. Like I could have said, let's do this.
But
I couldn't because when I read about what he had. He had a kidney defect. I was born with a kidney defect as well, so I couldn't help him, and that's just a helpless feeling.
But isn't it also?
Because here I am right here.
But what makes this so hard for people in general? I'm sure there are other people who have O positive. It's hard for people to part with the kidney just if you have children. If you know that you have other family members or people who could need it,
yes,
it is very hard.
I understand.
That's why that people go. I was kind of hoping, frankly, when they did the public search. Don, you know what Jets fans are like? I'm like, there's a world in which a Jets fan will
Somebody's
do it.
like, I don't care.
Like, I'm that big. He brought me that much joy. I want to do this because it's a major sacrifice. You're out of commission for a couple of weeks. It's a major thing to do.
Of course it is.
It's real intense surgery.
It is, but if you're helping to save a life.
But you're saving a life, right?
So
it's just so
hearing
tragic,
that, it's one of those things. You just feel that in your stomach, and you just, I feel awful. There's so many people that were close with him, and I worked a long time with Bart Scott. Bart loved talking about Nick Mangold. He spent a lot of portion of his show today doing such, and all of his stories are about how much fun they had, just like you were talking about, Peter. But also close to him was our good friend Damian Woody. We're trying to get Damian, see if D Wood can come on with us today instead of usually he's on Thursdays with us. But if he can't, we understand completely. But he was on Get Up, and he talked about his memories and his thoughts of Nick Mangold, somebody he shared an offensive line with.
I lost a brother, man. I lost a brother, and everyone knows that, when you're spending as much time as you are with one another in that facility, you are family. And so, the offensive line is a team within a team. We have these intimate moments together. And the one thing about Nick was a guy that always kept things lighthearted. He was always a guy that kept things loose, kept things fun. But he was the best lineman that I ever played with. The best lineman that I ever played with, best center. Listen, I came in the league as a first-round pick as a center, and I came in with the Jets, and I learned so much from Nick Mangold and how he was able to just set things up, and we had Mark Sanchez with rookie quarterback, just how much he took off of his plate. He always made us look great. That was the thing about Nick. He always put us in the best position to win football games, okay? And like I said, on the football field, he's a Hall of Famer in my opinion. Off the field, he's a Hall of Famer. He's a great husband, very charitable man, great father. There's just not enough words that I can use to describe Nick Mangold. And I think I speak on behalf of all the guys that play with Nick Mangold. He will be greatly missed.
We asked Willie Colon to come on with us as well, another friend that we've known for a long time. Willie, very close with Nick as well. And Willie talked about how when he came to the Jets, one of the choices, it was because he wanted to play with Nick Mangold, like how much it meant to him. That Willie Colon came with a Super Bowl ring already on his finger. This guy was already a decorated vet in the NFL. And how close he got with Mangold. Now, I asked Willie to come on, but he's working right now. He's on the air on his show, and so he apologized, but said he couldn't join us. But, again, just the different players that have talked about him. And one more is his head coach, Rex Ryan, who was very close to Nick as well. And this was from NFL Countdown. This is when the news really just came out, and so you can understand Rex Ryan being emotional while he is giving his thoughts.
That's just, it's brutal. Such a great young man. I had the pleasure of coaching him for all 6 years with the Jets. And I remember it was obvious I was getting fired. My last game, Mangold's injured. And he comes to me and says, I'm playing this game. And he wanted to play for me. That's what I remember about this kid. He was awesome and just way too young. I feel so bad for his wife and family.
So again, a lot of heavy hearts right now around the Jets when it comes to this story.
41 is just it's just so, because you hear the 4 kids thing, which is already tragic in and of itself, but he's a football player. He had a young family. You know what I mean? He's only 41 years old.
Yeah.
Like only in football is it a world where your career would be done by several years. This is a man who in so many ways is just starting life.
Think about it, that there's some players in the league who are his age or older still playing.
Yeah, exactly.
So it does show you. And I think the other example, guys, and not to sound cliche, but we do this at this time all the time, it's to just remember just how precious life is. Mm-hmm. And we get so caught up in all little things and get frustrated with little things in life and mad at things that are just trivial. And sometimes these are those reminders of, you know what, enjoy everything you can and focus on all the good things rather than getting caught up in all the negative things that distract us.
I'm just glad he had some time after he retired to be with his family. I remember always trying to get him to come to the softball, guys. Mm-hmm. And he never could because he just lived to go to Delaware, down to the beach in Delaware with his family. So he did definitely spend a lot of time with them, and those are precious moments now. So looking at the pictures when he got drafted, how close he was to his family then, because he was home when they made the announcement that the Jets had picked him, because they went from Mawai to Mangold. That's a pretty nice bridge of what I believe are Hall of Fame offensive linemen. Mawai's already there, and then I think Mangold eventually will be in Canton. And then to see his kids grow up and to be able to spend some time with them, because that was so important to him, and he was completely committed to staying here in the area around his family. So I know it wasn't a lot of time, and it's certainly not going to feel like a great amount of time for them as they grow up. But hopefully, since he retired, that he was able to focus on spending what little time he had left with his 4 kids and his wife. Just you feel so terrible for them.
And it's amazing that the Jets played 45 minutes from where he grew up and won their first game of the season. Mm-hmm. It's the best transition I can make, but it's what I've got.
Yeah.
But it is really, if you think about it, the connection there, the fact that they were in Cincinnati, that he grew up relatively in outside that area, but close enough that it would feel like you're near his hometown. And the Jets to get their first win of the season was pretty remarkable. And what do we draw from that game? You guys heard me Friday. I am a detached emotionally, but yet still somewhat frustrated Jet fan. Mm-hmm. I am somebody that is frustrated at the very top of the organization, that I can't even direct any of my frustration towards those beneath it, because I just feel like it does start from the top. But I don't want to go there today as much as you just want to look at what they were able to accomplish on this day, which is to have their biggest fourth-quarter comeback, I think the second largest fourth-quarter comeback that they have ever had in franchise history. And with the trade deadline coming up, they're going into a bye, so they won't play again until the trade deadline. Mm-hmm. Breece Hall might have played his last game as a Jet, and if he did, he had a hell of a game and a hell of a performance. And what do we take from this game other than the fact that did Fields respond to the owner and have his show mental toughness to go through what he went through this week? And did Breece Hall put out enough for the league for someone to want to give up something that could be valuable to the Jets going forward?
Yeah, I don't know how much value you get in a victory other than you just feel good as a Jet fan that they got to win on what was such a terrible start to the day. And I don't know if any of the players are connected to that. Probably not, but it just tells you that there's got to be something going on, like you said, in the state that he was born in, for the Jets to come up with that amazing come-from-behind victory, the defense making a stand at the end of the game. You just had to feel good for the Jets to be able to just get a win on what was such an awful and terrible day. But good for Justin Fields, sticking it right to Woody Johnson. Because that's the guy that I thought of during that game, is that Woody Johnson threw this kid under the bus. Mm-hmm. And listen, everything that Woody was saying was probably right. Fields has not been good. But he decided in support of Aaron Glenn, because Woody just can't function, in support of his coach, he had to throw his quarterback under the bus. And his quarterback stuck it right to him with his best performance of the year. So that's got to make Jet fans feel good, too, that Woody had egg all over his face. Now, what does it mean long-term? Nothing. Jets aren't going anywhere. Justin Fields is a part of their future. You feel good that Glenn finally got his first victory.
Well, but is that the piece, though? Is that, A, that Glenn gets his first victory, Don, and B, that it appeared based on the celebration after the game that this is a team who wanted to win for Aaron Glenn? Could that be something to glean from this? That there's some heart there, there's something to build on?
Yeah, well, that's what you hope for, right? Is that at least showed that they still believed in their coach and that they're happy for him. And now we'll see what the deadline brings. And there's going to be decisions that are going to have to be made. But I think you got to just separate. Like it was an awful day, a nice close to that day. And all we're looking at is analyzing, do they have a coach? And now you look back to the Tampa game and say, boy, if they could have just held on, that would have been an amazing comeback, right? And so maybe they have it in them a little bit, and they are playing for him. So has he had a great season? No. Is he a great coach? We're not going to know until we get more of a sample size. But to your point, Peter, they seem to rally around him, and they felt good for him. I think they felt good for their quarterback too. So maybe that kind of tells you how they feel about their owner more than anything else. But, it's maybe just something to build on, get the bye, make the moves you got to make, and just try to see if there's anything to build off of. But at least the whole 0-17's off the table.
What's odd, though, is that Fields gives you probably clearly the best performance of his Jet career. And that includes week one, where everybody thought that was one of his best performances of his career. But this was, he was accurate. He was on point. He was on time. All the things that are the frustrating parts. He used his legs well. That 2-point conversion was fantastic. Like he figured out a little early. He had some trouble early on, but the running game certainly unlocked and helped allow him to do some things in the pocket because they were so worried about what Breece Hall was doing, what Isaiah Davis was doing, and so it did give him time. But after a game like that, again, going into a bye, after everything that's been said and the up and down about Fields as the starting quarterback and Aaron Glenn playing games all week, you would think that if you're asked right away about Fields' future as the starting quarterback of the team, that you might get a little bit more of, like from Aaron Glenn, of at least support and say, you know what, he's really made a case or whatever it is. But instead, when Glenn was asked if Fields will start in their first game out of the bye, this was his answer.
I think you know my answer is going to be on that. This is a bye week, and we're going to focus on us. And listen, I have time to make that decision. So, again, that's one of the good things of the bye week. But seriously, man, this gives us a chance to really just hone in on the good, bad, and ugly and try to get those things worked out because we know we have a ways to go.
So he won't say it. Now, is this him just kind of playing the game because that's what he did last week, and I'm not going to give you it? Like, this doesn't – some people felt like this wasn't a vote of confidence for Fields. I think it's Aaron Glenn just kind of playing the game of I'm not revealing anything right now, but I know, but I'm not going to tell you.
Right. Well, I played the game last week and it worked out, so let's play the game again. I don't have to name anything right now because we're not playing next week, and we'll see how Taylor feels going through his knee situation, and then he'll play the game because it worked out last week. But remember, guys, and I was made fun of on the air, I picked the Jets.
And you still got it wrong.
And the reason I picked the Jets was because this Cincinnati defense stinks. So there's still that, all right? So you'd like to see a little bit more consistency. We thought we had a quarterback in week 1 and didn't see it again until week 8. So let's see if how it's going to be coming out of the bye. But I do think Cincinnati plays a role in this and just not being able to stop anybody. But good for him. And I think if he's healthy, which we have no reason to believe he's not,
right,
it'd be foolish not to have him continue to start if he's winning. But I get what Glenn's doing, right? Playing the game worked last week. Let's see if playing the game is going to work going into week 9.
800-919-3776. We'll get the calls racked up and ready to go. We'll get the conversation on this and what you just – I'm sure there's going to be fans that want to remember Nick Mangold. We want to give you that opportunity. He was a very popular Jet of this generation, and, of course, reacting to the win. And I can't help it because this is what I do. Seeing the Saints lose, seeing the Saints make a quarterback change, seeing the Saints now all of a sudden being a team that needs a quarterback, and now they're 1-7.
Yep.
And you just can't help now to wonder to yourself, are you playing your way out of getting the best quarterback you can get in this draft? I know it's too early for all that kind of stuff, but you can't help it sometimes. You can't even enjoy a win because you have to think about those things because there's always another team that needs a quarterback too. Again, we'll get to the calls at 800-919-3776 with your thoughts. We will get into the Giants and what we saw from them, especially with, who's left healthy on this roster as they continue now throughout the season. I figured the Eagles were going to have this kind of a bounce-back game against the Giants 2 weeks later. But what did we see in that game? Is there still hope with Jackson Dart at least? But is there concern for the rest of the season? And by the way, Don, you had to have taken the lead after this week because I had a horrific week of picks.
Again, I blew my 3-point play, but I was 2-1.
Oh.
And
I still think I should get the Cincinnati points, and Don should get it wrong. I firmly believe that. 14-point lead, fourth quarter.
It's unreal.
It doesn't. No, let's just
Wasn't it 15?
Let's hit multiple 2-point conversions if you're the Jets,
which they never do.
And then perfectly in line with that. Then of course, all of a sudden now Cincinnati gets the ball back. Now they can't move the ball. Now it's over.
Is it Jamar Chase after the game livid? That game should have been over when they were up by 15. Should have been over.
I felt good about my week at that point. Although, here's the thing, and we'll get time to this later. We got with the blitz. The NFL is insane.
Insane.
The Atlanta game, the Atlanta-Miami game that Alan and I both loved.
Oh my!
How
God.
on earth?
Nothing.
Miami blew them out of the building?
Smoked them.
How? Someone make that make sense.
It doesn't make sense. A lot of it doesn't make sense.
I loved you getting the Sunday nighter wrong. I told you that. Old man Rogers.
He had it right for 3 quarters.
It never felt great to me.
I was hoping But I didn't like it either.
Yeah, you didn't feel great.
No. There's just like all three of my picks had me throwing up my mouth. Like, are you kidding me?
But the Miami Atlanta one was from the second I looked up, they were just getting housed. Craziness.
Yeah. So we got calls to get to. We do have the binge and more, so stay with us. Don Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 or lease for $219 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SN390557. MSRP $32,455. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per $1,000 financed. Ends 10/31/25.
D'Agostino, Law Bite Back.
I'm injury attorney John Ryan D'Agostino, nicknamed The Closer, continuing D'Agostino and Associates' legacy of helping the injured for over 35 years. My father, John D'Agostino, built this injury firm to help accident victims.
This is John D'Agostino, and this is a family firm. For us, it's about doing what's right and making sure somebody pays for your pain. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-BITE-BACK.
They call me The Closer because big or small, in court or out, I'm fighting to get the job done, to win, to get you every dollar you deserve.
D'Agostino and Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Ballybet Sportsbook. Yo, Ballybet stacked for football season. When it comes to sportsbook apps, it's undefeated. Ballybet. Check out that brand new parlay zone. Here's the kickoff. Build your bets and place them right on your phone. What? Live bets, daily boosts, and promos. Increase your odds so you can win more dough. Touchdown! Ballybet's the play. Make game day more fun and download it today. Must be 21 plus, New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Ballybet Sportsbook and Casino.
Download it.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Janelle Crispin.
Thanks, guys. Still a lot of extra delays on the FDR Drive southbound approaching Houston Street. There was a crash. It's been cleared away. Lots of leftovers, and the Deegan is all jammed up southbound Fordham Road down to the Cross Bronx. And the Cross Bronx is pretty heavy westbound Castle Hill Avenue out to the outbound GW Bridge, which is heavy across the span. Inbound, there's a 5 to 10 minute delay on the upper deck with some road work blocking the right lane. Also on the lower deck, the left lane is closed with some construction there. Lincoln and Holland, you're fine. This report sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org. I'm Janelle Crispin for 880 ESPN New York.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $40 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
Score or win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at Amazon.com/PickupMVP. That's Amazon.com/PickupMVP.
Tire Care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees. It should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee, included with every tire purchase with paid installation. You'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and zero for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for Tire Care. That's the limited lifetime tire guarantee, only at Midas.
Tailgate season is on, and Monster Energy flavors are bringing the heat. Crack open the wickedly creamy citrus blast of Orange Dreamsicle, or ride the shockingly smooth wave of Electric Blue. Both packed with real sugar, bold flavor, and that legendary monster kick. This is the energy your game day deserves, so grab your can and unleash the beast.
With Don LaGreca, Peter Rosenberg, I'm Alan Hahn. I'm here to tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter, by the way, everybody. As you know, we updated a bath in our house, and what you don't know you can do is take a bath, rip it out, and put in a gorgeous shower. That's right. You take the tub out, and you do a shower replacement. They do that, and it's gorgeous. So we had that done. My sister, then she saw that, and she's like, you know what, I want to update a bath in my house. So she did just a straight bath renovation, and she loves it too. Bath Fitter consultant just comes in. They take you through a process with a free in-home consultation. You could pick out the style, the color, all the specifics and accessories to update the bath, customized the way you want it. Now, Bath Fitter offers all types of custom bath renovations. I gave you a few of them already, but it includes their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. That's right, no bubbles. Like in 2 years, it doesn't start to wear. You know why? Because it has a lifetime guarantee. That's why. They believe in the product, and you should too. Right now, if you are thinking about doing it, I'm telling you, now's the time. No money down, no payments, no interest for 18 months. That's no interest until April of 2027. As I said, Bath Fitter's a permanent fit solution. It's done in a day, durable and easy to clean, no demolition, and a lower cost than replacement. You can trust the Bath Fitter team like we did, so start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter. All right, 800-919-3776. Let's get right to the calls as we're talking about the Jets still mourning the loss of all of our good friend Nick Mangold, who passed away yesterday suddenly, and we're still feeling the after effects of that. And also, obviously, the Jets get the dub. We will get into the Giants stuff in a little later, but we start with one of the biggest Jets fans I know, Danny in Centerport. Danny, how are you?
Hey, guys, how are you? Appreciate you getting me on. Before I get to my Jet point, man, I told Anthony, you guys gave me that information. I just want to let you know I took the steps, and like you, Alan, I felt very guilty because I'm O positive, and I took the first preliminary steps, and unfortunately with my own little bit of history, which is very minor, was not able to do it because of my own, medical issues, which, like I said, are very, very minor, but I felt extremely guilty, and I was really saddened yesterday when I heard that. For whatever little bit I tried, I certainly did. My wife thought I was crazy, and I understand that the replacement, believe it or not, they say it's harder on the person giving the transplant than the actual recipient.
That's true.
God bless him and his family, and he was a great guy. I told you guys last time, I actually hit golf balls with him. He hit golf balls with no golf shoes, and I saw him at Bethpage, and we bonded, and it was great. But, whatever, man. God bless him and his family. So the Jet point, man, it feels silly even talking about it. But, Don, you hit it perfect, man. You said everything about Glenn and the team, and I was just happy to have a win. If I'm being totally honest with you guys, I'm a huge fan, and I maybe grunted at the TV about 4 or 5 times in 3 hours. There wasn't one bit of excitement, and I clapped once for the final play when I said, wow, this defense actually, made a stand. And it was the only, enjoyment I had, the one clap I had of the day. And it was cool, man. Listen, you said it perfect, Don. I know to quote the great Don LaGreca, right? If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, Christmas would be great, right? They for a win in Pittsburgh, and maybe they pull something out in Tampa, this could be a little bit different. It does show that they're playing for the man and they're not giving up. So I was happy for Glenn. I really am.
And also, we get so caught up in, because Alan brought it up before we went to break. What's this going to do for draft position?
Mm-hmm.
What does it matter in the grand scheme of things? Only one win, so what? You can't tell me, if you're a Jet fan, that in that moment you weren't excited, you weren't entertained by the fact that they were able to come back and win that game.
Is it crazy for me to say that I laughed wickedly? Like my son and I I was up visiting Zach this weekend. We were watching his girlfriend's. She had her soccer game, so we were watching on the phone, and we were like, he was like, "Are they going to pull it off?" And we were laughing, just because they made that last stop. Because how many times did we see, which was very close? How close were they to the line? How many times have we seen this season already? The team just comes right down the field, kicks the field goal, walks off, and the game's over. And so you just were like, "Is this going to happen again?" So when they get the stop there and the game is over, it's that moment where you just kind of laugh. Like it's almost like a psychotic laugh that it finally happened. They finally won a game, and that's really, I don't know if that's joy or if it's just it's madness.
But can't there just be a moment where you forget the record or what it means for draft position or what it means for the coach's future and just enjoy a really cool moment? A come-from-behind victory. Now, Cincinnati's not any good, and their defense stinks. And you're right. In the grand scheme of things, what's the difference between what's going to be maybe a 3-win season or a 4-win season or whatever?
Well, it's a big difference.
But in that moment, you weren't entertained?
Of course. Yes. Yes, a 15-point fourth-quarter comeback?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Monday Night Miracle vibes. Yeah, it was that's the part you like, and then you look at Fields and go, where the hell has this been? And maybe that's the problem, is his ceiling and his floor are there's such a huge gap between them. Oh. And the problem is he never plays in the middle.
Well, part of being a great player is being great consistently. A lot of these players can come up with the great performances now and then, but are you able to do it all the time? And you can't have one every 6-7 weeks in the NFL and expect to be a starting quarterback in this league. So we'll see if this is the beginning of something, or are we going to look back in week 15 and go, whatever happened to that quarterback that lit Cincinnati up, lit Pittsburgh up?
Right.
I'll tell you one thing. Yesterday was not a good day for my betting. But if you were trying to do it, I'd recommend FanDuel Sportsbook.
Oh, yeah.
You're home for all your favorite NFL bets, from yards to touchdowns to a win. With FanDuel, any play can be play of the game. Now, tonight, FanDuel is giving all customers a 30% profit boost token. That's right. You can get on the action with a 30% profit boost token tonight, so make FanDuel your go-to app for any snap. Just visit FanDuel.com/Peter to bet on the game and get in the action with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For up with a gambling problem, call 877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. And if you care, I love my commies to cover the number tonight. So,
what is the number?
Last I saw, 11.5. In fact, I love them as an outright dog. There's something.
How did you feel
sexy
about the Cowboys just getting absolutely boat raced?
It's back to my what is this?
10.5 on ESPN bet. Just so you know.
10.5. That was my 3-point play because Denver never beats anybody up. They always win by field goals. Dallas has got a great offense,
and now Dak's throwing it to the other team. They can't. It makes no.
Bo Nix looking like Joe Montana.
Oh yeah,
just ridiculous.
Can't do anything wrong.
Right.
Kind of a surreal moment. It was in the distance, but as we were getting on our plane to fly to get off our plane in Denver,
that's right, yeah.
The Cowboys were just about 50 yards away getting on their plane, sulking. I got to tell you, as much as I hated losing the 3-point play, I'm always like Dallas in misery.
Right. No, there's and I was feeling the same way last night with the Pittsburgh-Green Bay game. Now, I wanted to get my Green Bay pick right and see Allen be wrong, but at the same time, I just want NFC teams to lose. So, it obviously behooves me to root for someone's going to have to lose in the NFC North.
Jordan Love playing the way he played, that was with Rodgers on the other side. That's
That's
the
a
kind
big
of
boy
stuff
moment for
well,
them.
20 straight completions. I mean, that hadn't been done since
run.
Favre in 07. Maybe it's interesting. The cream's flowing to the top here, right? Like Kansas City's getting right. Green Bay looks like they're getting right.
Yep.
We'll see what happens with Buffalo because they did suffer an injury to the defensive line. But boy, did they wipe the floor with Carolina yesterday.
Yeah, Cook was unreal.
So is it what's up with football, or is it we're still in the infancy stages where there's a lot of teams that are still playing with their food. There's still a lot of teams that don't realize how bad they are yet or how good they are yet. But something to keep an eye on, guys. This Indianapolis team.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, and they're still doing what they're doing. And Daniel Jones still doing another 3 touchdowns and no picks for him.
And he wasn't great.
No,
he doesn't turn the ball.
He hasn't been great.
Giants
He's
fans,
just really good.
We'll get to the Giants, but it's like if you're a Giants fan, you're like, wait a minute, Daniel Jones not turning the football over?
Nope.
That's all they asked him to do. I want to go to this call next, though, because it is a very interesting take from our good friend Mohammed on Long Island. What's up, Mo?
What's going on, man? Thanks for taking my call, guys. So I didn't want to, sound too crazy, but could we dare say this is some genius by Woody here? Because I could imagine that Woody and Aaron Glenn have conversations about Justin Fields all the time, and Woody couldn't come out and Glenn can't come out and rip his quarterback, right? But I'm sure Woody's like, I can, and maybe this was just the kick Justin Fields needed to get the best out of him. So maybe this is the genius of Woody. And I wanted to make one more point though, just Ty Simpson. Please, let's just go watch the games or watch the highlights. I like this guy, man. I like Ty Simpson for our quarterback next year. But, yeah, the genius of Woody. I want to hear you guys take on that.
Genius of Woody, and you're not talking about Damian Woody.
Maybe if you got, at the Genius Bar over at the Apple Store, maybe he'd get something. No, there's no genius there.
Did you see
he stepped in it.
Did you see Diana Rossini's story?
I did not.
So she got Woody Johnson to admit, like when she said, "Do you think you're a good owner?"
Oh, I did see that.
And he said, "Obviously not a good owner in terms of winning."
In terms of winning, sure.
So
people like winning.
When asked what he thinks makes him good for his, good at being an owner, he said this. This is amazing. I think the players can relate to me in some ways. He said, even though I don't have their background, I have a certain amount of empathy, I think, that they can feel. I can't be them. I don't have their background. I didn't grow up in their neighborhood. There's no way I can completely understand what they went through in their life, but I think they know that I'm an understanding person. I'm willing to listen to anybody tell me anything they want to tell me. I'm willing to listen to their ideas, too. Is there anything more out of touch than that?
No, that's my owner right there. That guy sounds like a guy who gets it. I mean, that's just a guy who totally understands what his perception.
I can relate to him. They can relate to me.
You're good hugs.
You're a billionaire.
He gives good hugs.
Well, yeah, you know what?
He's hugging his coach.
And I'm willing to listen to anything. The problem is you don't take any advice. You're not willing to listen to anybody else. I don't.
You listen, but are you hearing?
Right. Exactly.
You can listen to Jimmy, but do you hear Jimmy? He's not hearing Jimmy.
Look at me start on this topic. It's just maddening.
Or Justin or Brees or anybody else on the team.
Jeez. Or just put somebody in charge and listen to them. That'd be great. More of your calls coming up, 800-919-3776. Again, we got a binge coming up in the 4 o'clock hour. We'll get into the Giants in the 4 o'clock hour certainly as well. We want to hear from you, and we'll get to you coming up next. Hey, YouTube TV customers, you could lose ESPN and the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, by the way, tonight, NBA, which is underway, college basketball, which is coming, and more. You got to take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com so you can keep ESPN. Your call's next. Don Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
This October, the only thing scarier than missing the game is missing out on a brand new Kia. At Kia City of the Bronx, 3505 Connor Street is where the ghosts of old rides get traded in and new legends are born. They've got a monster lineup of new Kias that'll take you from tailgates to haunted houses in style. Visit KiaCity.com or call 646-917-7955. Don't get spooked, get moving. Kia City of the Bronx, where Halloween meets horsepower.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Let me tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. They remodeled the bath by my pool. They converted a tub into a shower. The result is amazing. Bath Fitter offers all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, and durable with no demo or mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement. Plus, a lifetime guarantee. Right now, you get no money down, no payments, or interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has all the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats right at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy teams synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Did you know women account for 2/3 of all Americans living with Alzheimer's and 2/3 of all Alzheimer's family caregivers? Join the Alzheimer's Foundation of America at its Women Empowerment Forum on November 5th in Amityville to learn practical ways women can reduce their risk for Alzheimer's and enhance quality of life for themselves and their loved ones living with Alzheimer's. For more information or to register, visit alzfdn.org or call 866-232-8484.
Hey, Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey because, boys, when it's game time...
Oh, yeah.
Let him feel it.
It's Tully time.
I like when he holds
It's
it.
Tully time.
It is Tully time. We have coverage of Game 3 of the World Series.
There you go.
That's right. Baseball's still going on, and that series is right now tied at 1. And that follows us right here on 880 at 7 p.m. We'll take you all the way up to 7, by the way. Full frontal today. We have some NBA for you, too, in town. The Nets, they're at the Rockets in Houston. And that's at 8 p.m. tip-off for those who are interested. And, Peter, you watching some foosball tonight, aren't you? Are you not?
I will be fairly locked in to the football tonight. This is my last not my last. Hold on. It's a long season.
What are you saying?
It's not my last hope, but it's I have this little thing in the back of my mind that's going.
What's that?
People are kind of saying it's over. If you were to somehow beat Kansas City with a backup quarterback, then people go, "Hey, wait a minute. There may still be life in this Commanders team."
Have you followed Week 8 so far?
Exactly.
The madness of
But that's
Week
my
8.
point. And that's my point. You're telling
Up
me
is
right.
down.
Exactly.
Left is right.
Don, keep going. Cats and dogs living together. You get
Mass
that.
hysteria.
Now you look around. I'm sure everyone on TV tonight is going to go with the Chiefs, and I understand why. But in this season that we've watched, would I be like completely floored if you look up and the Commanders are playing an interesting game, even with a backup quarterback?
No.
I could see it.
Shocked that they'd win the game,
That
but
would
not
be
shocked that they cover. Fair?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I have a good feeling, but who knows? I mean, I've had many good feelings before, and
He's got a feeling tonight's going to be a good night.
that's exactly what I'm feeling.
I know you're feeling that. A good night. Tullamore Dew, that's always a good night. The original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew, honey, during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly.
And while we're vibing here, there's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lisa do 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5S Select for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S0595731, MSRP $31,915. Zero security deposit, ends 10/31/25.
So you saw the crazy Texas comeback, Mississippi State Saturday. That was a wild game. Absolutely wild game. Went to overtime. Crazy ending. A punt return for a touchdown that turned the whole tide. Arch Manning in concussion protocol.
Not what you want.
It's always like when you're just waiting for the kid to just jump off the screen and kind of live up to a little bit of that preseason Heisman favorite stuff. He was phenomenal later in that game. They had a bad start, but now he's in concussion protocols. We probably should keep an eye on that story. And, yes, that's what I'm doing right now is I'm watching college quarterbacks because that's where I am as a Jets fan.
It's the place to be.
You've been there.
It's not where you want to be.
I've been there before. That's certainly
You've
the problem.
watched an inordinate amount of USC back in the day.
Oh, sure you have.
Lots of USC.
Got geared up for Mark
Sanchez.
And I'm watching Indiana. Am I wrong to almost feel like if there was ever a college coach to poach out of college football, wouldn't it be that dude?
It's pretty impressive stuff.
I mean, he walks with it, he swings it, talks it, and he blows people out.
He walks it like he talks it.
Yeah.
And
there
there's
used to be a
something.
guy that walked and talked and swung it in LSU, and he's not doing that anymore.
Oh, we gotta. Is that going to be part of ENN?
Oh, that's going to be. That might be the
What's
lead
that?
of ENN.
I didn't hear what you said.
Brian Kelly.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm here.
No longer here with my family.
Yeah, no more.
That accent
I'm
is
leaving
gone.
with my family.
It is gone. Back to calls we go. 800-919-3776. Dove is in Boston. Hey, Dove.
Hey, guys. Happy Monday. Monday fun day. Just calling to kind of get my thoughts on Nick Mangold. This one hit pretty hard, just for me personally. He's from the era of football that got me into football, into the sport, and into the Jets. So, he was kind of one of those original guys for me. And I got into football a little bit later. I was like 17. And it's just so crazy because he always seemed like such a titan, like such an adult or like a grown up, this big guy. And time goes by, and all of a sudden I'm realizing he was 5 years older than me.
Yeah.
I'm 37, and a lot of my friends have kids. A lot of my friends, I don't have kids. My sister has kids, and the idea of leaving them behind. It's just such a terrible tragedy. But I think it does speak to how there was a fan base that could be passionate again, and there was a fan base that really cared, you know. And I haven't cared for a long time, but I put my Jets hat on when I heard the news yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And like my wife looked at me, she said, "You're wearing your Jets hat," and she said, "Are you wearing that for Nick Mangold?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm wearing it for Nick Mangold." You know, and I'm here in Boston where you hear it. But it's just like, anyway, rest in peace, and you know, I hope his family really can find a way to get through this.
It's a great call, man. Thank you for sharing that. That's exactly right. And he there has not been a lot to be proud of as a Jets fan over the last couple of decades, and he was one player you could actually say, "Oh yeah, that's our guy."
Yeah, and unfortunately,
Literally.
there hasn't been a lot of winning with the Jets. So usually when a team wins a championship, that team lives forever. But when you've gone so long without a championship, you start reminiscing about the teams that got close. So that 2009 and 2010 teams really resonate with Jet fans. And unfortunately, we've been talking about missing the playoffs for 15 straight years. That's a decade and a half of nothing else really to get excited about since 2009 and 2010. And he was a part of that. You know, Mark Sanchez has had a rough few weeks, but he's a part of it. Rex is a part of that. Those guys are going to resonate for a long, long time because, you know, back-to-back championship games for this franchise is not nothing. And I'm telling you, one day, it's really unfortunate that he won't be here to see it, that he's going to go to the Hall of Fame. I know it's difficult to rate linemen because there isn't those stats I can throw out at you, but I covered his entire career. And I don't think that there were too many centers that were as good as he was during the years that he played.
The high
to me,
IQ.
that's what makes you a Hall of Famer, right? In your generation, did you have a peer? And he had very few, if any.
The high IQ ability for him, the athletic ability to pull at the center position,
Right.
the way he was able to do it. You know, like there was just something, and then the toughness about him as well. Him and Brick, right? Same draft class, and there was something about the two of them that were just mainstays on that line. Like that's what you appreciate as a fan. The guys that just night in and night out, game in and game out, week in, week out, like they were reliable. And there was a time where the Jets had a hell of an offensive line. And it was all the reason why that ground and pound worked so well for the early part of Rex Ryan's career. And Nick Mangold was literally in the center of all of it. Coming up, let's get into the Giants. Jackson Dart suddenly like Will Smith in the living room meme, right? Just kind of looking around like this room's empty now. I mean, who does he have left? The amount of skill players left around him. And yet his performance to me still stands out and makes you feel like they definitely have something here. But what do they have for the rest of this season? And what did they get out of yesterday's loss?
Look on the bright side, though, Alan. If he's sitting there by himself looking around, at least he'll be looking through some cool-ass frames. Because you know that's how Jackson Dart do.
Yeah, we probably need to discuss this as well. If we want to be if we all want to be dads or big brothers or uncles to Jackson Dart,
maybe time for a little chat.
I think coming up we're going to have that. Let's sit down with our nephew and just have a little discussion.
Unks needs to have a word.
Yeah, I think that's coming up next as well. We got your calls 800-919-3776. Stay with us. The binge as well in the 4 o'clock hour going around the NFL. Don Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York. 401 in the big city, as the man would say. With Don LaGreca, Peter Rosenberg, I'm Alan Hahn. 800-919-3776 is the number. Lots of calls to get to on a football Monday, and we will certainly get to those in a moment. We discussed the Jets in the first hour. They do get their first win of the season, and I can't help but just have that, of course, Jet fret, which is, well, the Saints suck, and now we're tied with them, and they need a quarterback too.
Yeah.
Damn. Like, you can't even enjoy a freaking, like Don said,
please.
I know you're mad at me, but this is what we do. So just let me do it. I know it's wrong, but it's all I got.
But here we are, late October. So the next time we play college football, although there'll probably be games on Thursday, but by next week, we're already going to be into November.
Yep.
All right? We don't even know who the number one pick would be.
No, we don't.
All right?
But I have to start watching, Don.
So
I have to start watching.
You're going to have a high pick. You may not have the first overall pick, but why are you going to fret when you don't even know who you want? And you also want to know you have a coach.
Well, because you want to make sure whoever it is, it's the best one.
But you don't know if it's going to be the best one.
You might by the end of the year.
You might not. Still waiting for Trevor Lawrence. When's that ship coming in?
Oh, really?
Oh, really? What?
How's Baker Mayfield looking now?
Yeah, the team that drafted him won. Where is he?
Exactly.
How many teams
Because they don't know
removed?
what they're doing.
I know they don't know what they're doing. The Jets
But you know
don't know what they're doing.
You are right, though, because
the Jets don't know what they're doing.
Having the third pick and the second pick didn't land you the best either.
Let me tell you something, Alan. I'm gonna educate you.
Smart,
right
you're gonna
now
smarten
on
you
the
up,
Jets.
buddy.
He knows this. He won't pay attention.
He's got me
to
by
it.
the collar. He wants to
way
slap me
smarter
around.
than I am.
Hold on.
All right, come on.
I could have handed you Patrick Mahomes. You would have screwed him up. All right? They don't know what they're doing. So the hope is eventually they will know what they're doing. And if you root for the Jets to win, that means they've got a coach and they got a coordinator and they got a general manager and then maybe they won't screw the kid up. But if you go 1-16 and you don't have a coach and you don't have a general manager, I could hand you Unitas and you'd throw up on them like a fly, regurgitating food because you don't know what you're doing. So how about rooting for knowing what you're doing? And when you know what you're doing, you win. So stop with this BS tanking garbage. All right?
Words hurt, Don. Words hurt.
But you know I'm right.
I know
Peter knows I'm right.
I know you're right, but I can't help it. I don't think this way with any other team.
Let's lose all the time.
I didn't say let's lose.
New quarterback.
No. You're missing my point.
Oh no.
No. I'm being dead serious now. I'm not saying that I'm rooting for the losing, okay? Because we all know that the coach needs to show me something, or else everybody's going to freak out and think they got to fire a guy after 1 year. So I'm aware that you got to show something. I get it. But I'm talking about the Jet fret, which is no matter what, when good things happen, you always worry about the bad result of the good things happening because we don't deserve good things. You just feel it deep down. That's just what you feel. So all I'm saying is that with the win, you still go, wait, the Saints, they already got rid of Rattler. They got Shuck in there now. He stinks. Like, they're going to want a quarterback. So here we go now in the battle for last just to see who can get the better quarter. Like, that's the problem is it hangs over you. I'm not saying.
Don't let it.
Did I already tell you I'm emotionally detached?
Well, if you're detached, then what are you even worried about?
Because I'm bringing up something that a lot of Jets fans are feeling. That's all.
Because Jet fans feel it because they're misguided.
Okay.
All right?
Well, then I should guide them better is what you're saying?
You should guide them better into realizing just root for your team to function. And once you do that, what does it matter? You've had high draft picks. You've had quarterbacks come in here. And you don't know what to do with them because you don't know what you're doing. But they're still young, right? You still have Aaron Glenn, very young offensive coordinator, young general manager. You might have gotten it right, maybe. History says no, you'll never get it right.
Well, as a Jets fan, we've seen a million quarterbacks, and we've messed them all up. We've wrecked them all.
Right, because you haven't had the right people on board. So you got to root for having the right people on board. So how do you know they're right? Well, because they win. Because they do things right. Now, so far, that has not been the case, but it's still early on. So you want to see if you can feed off of what happened yesterday. So don't sit there and be, typical Jet guy and say, well, yeah, with every rose, there's a thorn. And the thorn is, well, the Saints lost. They lost their quarterback, and now they're going to steal the first overall pick in the draft. Who cares? We don't even know who the first pick is. Like, I don't know why you have to skew negative. Try to be positive.
It's in our DNA. Meanwhile, on the Giants,
yes,
can you skew positive? Because Cam Scadaboo is the latest now key piece of the offense, and who knew that? Who knew we'd be saying that in training camp? But we were, because look, the kid scored a touchdown early in the game. He and Dart clearly have magic together. They have that.
It's a thing
simpatico.
together. It's a 1 + 1 = 3.
It really
situation.
does feel like that.
Yeah.
Even headbutted him after the injury. But the poor guy, that injury was gruesome. We all know, and we know we won't see him for a while. Because that's one of those, when you dislocate the ankle and you get emergency surgery, which means they immediately had to do something, that's really concerning. I feel bad for the kid who was having just a hell of a rookie season. But really, when you look around, like, who's left? And yet, here he is. And I know he took 5 sacks. I get it. But there he is still, just battling through, trying to find a way. Even though the defense, they couldn't stop a nosebleed. They could not stop the run to save their lives. But trying whatever he could do to just keep them in it, make plays, all those things. As much as the loss is maddening because it's to the Eagles, did you really think you were going to take 2 from them anyway? What do you take now out of these games, and what is there going forward, knowing there's no Neighbors, now there's no Scadaboo? What do you have to watch the rest of this season other than to see if this kid can just continue to emerge as the leader of this franchise?
Well, it's got to be nuance, right? Because you're not going to see much 300-yard passing. You're not going to see 4 or 5 touchdown games. He lost his best wide receiver. He lost his best running back. All right? He's got a defensive coordinator that right now is basically enjoying his last meal before he's taking the walk, the dead man walking, right? It's over for him, right? Can we all agree on that? It's over. That's the way your defense responds?
My God.
That's the way your defense responds. I understand Philadelphia is good, but you know what?
Wasn't that the second? Was that not the second time you played the Eagles where on the first drive, Saquon just breaks one open on the outside?
Yeah.
Like it almost looked like I don't know if it was the same play. I'm not that smart, but it sure looked like the same play. Amazing.
We're just going to have to. First of all, you're going to have to try to keep him upright and hope that he learns from all of this. But you're not going to win any games. Well, there's just too many guys that have walked out the door. The defense isn't any good right now. You've got no running game. I mean, you still have a running game. You don't have your best running back. You don't have your best wide receiver. I think it'd be foolhardy right now to pull off a deal because it probably won't make that big of a difference.
Well, yeah, and they're not going anywhere now.
No, but not just to go anywhere, but just to give him some weapons so he can mature. Because that's all this season is about. Right now, you're not even watching the Giants. If you're a Giant fan, the rest of this season is watching Jackson Dart mature and become a better quarterback. Because when it's all said and done, it's probably all that's going to be left. That's your future.
Yep.
I think they're blowing everything else up, and you hope that he's going to be standing there and you're going to build around him. They'll make a decision on a general manager, but even if Shane stays, you'll bring in a coach that works to Jackson's skill set, bring in a defensive coordinator that can work through what I still think has talent on it, and just go from there.
Well, put more talent on that offense because you're looking around the league and you're seeing when you have skilled players, your quarterback could be pedestrian or it could be 45 years old, and you just can
Flacco.
Yes, and you can win that way. Now, we didn't feel like they could win this game because you knew the Eagles. They were in a bad place the first time you met them. They're a better team, and you're playing in Philadelphia. They haven't won there in 12 years, whatever it is. But I'll tell you what, Don. Peter, I don't know if did you see the 7-7 early in the game? Tush push.
Oh, I saw
an unbelievable play by Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yep.
And they called forward progress and took the turn.
You know what it is?
Like that,
I'm sorry.
Everybody lost their mind. Like,
read the
how
room.
Could you call
read
that?
the room? I can't believe you guys already know this play is impossible to stop, and there you're going to have a bam instantaneous strip, and you still give them forward progress.
He was reaching forward when they knocked the ball out. I don't know how they call it. I don't know how they call it.
We've seen quarterbacks reach forward and get the first down because of that reach.
Exactly.
So how can you tell me that there isn't forward progress? I've been saying it, and I'll keep saying it till I'm blue in the face. They screwed up the whole tush push to try to get rid of it in the offseason, so it came across like we're all jealous of the Philadelphia Eagles. They don't know how to officiate it. They don't. Guys are constantly jumping. The forward progress can't be determined. They've got to get rid of this. Forget about the competitive imbalance or forget about, jealous of the Philadelphia Eagles. It can't be officiated. They've got to get rid of it. They have to. It's embarrassing. Every week they will show you chapter and verse of offensive linemen that are completely false starting, jumping off sides, moving before the snap. Now we've got the forward progress thing an issue. If you can't officiate it, you've got to get rid of it. Mike Pereira has said it. Officials have come forward to say it. We've seen chapter and verse, example after example, that this should not be allowed. And instead of attacking us, I don't think it's fair. I think guys might get hurt. The Philadelphia Eagles won a Super Bowl with it. It can't be officiated. That's how you bring it to the table. I don't care who does it. If you've got a play that the officials don't know how to officiate, how do you keep it in the game?
Well, it's gotten worse this year, though. The officiating part has really come off the hinges this season.
Yeah.
So I would hope they bring it right back next year.
Well, they're going
and say,
to.
Yeah, you have to.
What really was surprising is there was such a conversation about taking it out of the game or just bringing the old rule back. And then when it came time to vote, it was stunning that all of a sudden all the people that were against it wouldn't vote against it.
Yeah.
Like, why? What happened? Was there some type of lobby going on? Was there some type of deal?
No, because they felt – I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Because they all felt, hey, we don't want to come across like we're jealous of the Eagles, and we want to do it. We want to figure out how they do it and make it work for us.
Okay.
But right now – give the Eagles credit. They know how to do it. They've done it longer than everybody else. Other teams have tried it. The Giants tried it, got 2 players hurt on it a couple of years ago, right? The Bills tried it against the Chiefs last year, and they couldn't get a first down. So it's not even the case that it's unfair. It's just that right now it can't be officiated, and I think that's what they're going to have to work on something or start calling the penalties because the Eagles will stop doing it if they keep drawing penalties. Because they do it on 4th and 1, but if they call the false start like they should, it becomes 4th and 6, and they can't do it.
The official can't see it with his. They can't see it. That's the problem. You don't know what's going on there. But I felt like the play that Thibodeau made, everybody saw it. Like it felt that felt like the most obvious call to make. Hurts is reaching forward with the ball. The ball is available.
And it wasn't like we.
Just
it wasn't
he
like
made a great play. Credit the defense.
It wasn't like some play where like it grinds to a halt and you can clearly tell progress has stopped.
Yeah.
It wasn't that at all.
No, he wasn't.
It was really a bang bang play.
He was still churning his legs, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a very and by the way, game changing moment.
It was early in the game. Now again, you can't cry over this kind of spilled milk because later in the game they're just getting smoked. The defense couldn't stop anybody. So we're not saying that if they could have gotten the ball back there, because remember, they score right after that to make it 14-7. They had Barkley. Remember, he danced into the end zone. Like, that was a moment for the Giants that maybe they get the ball and they can do something, take a lead, have some momentum. Who knows how the game ends, but it's more about the tush-push and a call. Because there was another call later in the game, the one on Slayton that they called offensive OPI, which how the hell is that? So if you're a Giants fan, you were frustrated by some calls. But the tush-push, because it's such a conversation, this is one that goes beyond unfair to the Giants. It goes to this is why the tush-push has just become a maddening play in the NFL that people just don't want to see anymore.
But, guys, we've all watched football. What signifies a play being over? The whistle.
Yep.
So if forward progress was stopped, you would have heard the whistle way sooner than you did. I didn't hear the whistle until the ball was already recovered.
Yeah.
Well, but that should be it, though. If the whistle didn't blow, how can they rule forward progress for sure?
Because they watched it back.
Yeah.
But when you watch it back, you can't tell that was clearly out?
And they can't
Apparently
review forward progress because I guess it's considered in the eye of the beholder. But then if that's the case, what should be able to be reviewed, we see this in hockey all the time, when did the whistle blow? Because if forward progress was stopped, there should have been a whistle. And I can understand if it's a split second later, Peter, because you still have to put the whistle to your mouth and blow. But that was way after the fact. It's a joke. And again, this is not coming from jealous Giant fan. Giants were going to lose the game anyway. Giants are as good as the Philadelphia Eagles. I get it. But I'm just, as a person that enjoys competition and fairness and also the ability for officials to see what's going on in the field, that alone should make it illegal. If the official can't see the play out, that should be more than enough to say we can't allow this.
No, we'll see what happens in the offseason. Here's Brian Burns on that play.
The refs made their call. It is tricky. 2 weeks ago, they allowed them to push the pile, and now we stopped the surge, and, they blow the whistle quick, and, Tibbs had a heads-up play by getting the ball out. I really feel like that should have been a turnover, but weird play, weird call.
Weird play, weird call. Hey, YouTube TV customers, you could lose ESPN. That's right. And the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football tonight, NBA, which is just underway, college basketball, and more. You got to take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com so you can keep ESPN. 800-919-3776.
One other thing I just want to throw into the Giants conversation. I don't want to derail us. We got to get some calls.
We got lots of
jammed
them.
up. There's lots of them. I just want to put this out here. I've been holding back a bit because I know this sounds crazy, and maybe this makes me a bad sports talk show host. I don't want to poo-poo the Giants all the time just because they're a team I hate in the division. I want Giants fans to be happy. So I've been trying to give the benefit of the doubt. But there were two things yesterday about Dart that irritated me. And I know I'm being nitpicky. He's a kid. There's time to grow. But listen, in order to grow, sometimes you might have to hear these things. Don, the two things that bothered me, the reaction to Cam's injury, I understand you're upset by it. I understand you're close with him. The screaming over and over again gave very high school, college energy. You're the leader of this team. It's a shocking moment. I get it. No one wants to see it. I want to see you pull it together and be the leader of men in that spot. And I understand it's super emotional in that moment.
That's his guy.
And it's his guy. No, I know they're boys.
They are,
and they are the core of this team.
So there's a moment.
But did you see how Cam handled it?
I understand.
No, but that was big. That, by the way, that guy is an animal. He tapped his helmet immediately. He was conscious enough to know I just broke my whole ish.
Yeah,
tapping my helmet. Yeah. Come get me.
Come get me.
He's a different breed. But more than that, because that's in the moment and whatever. You never know how you're going to react. Alan and I were talking during the break. Maybe after such a bad loss where you lose your best friend on the team, don't come out with the nozzly glasses like you're trying to come off as the fake fancy intellectual. Maybe just wear a sweatshirt at the podium and be a regular dude. Don, what I'm saying is the whole swag thing that Dart is rolling with only plays well if you're playing exceptionally good football. If things aren't perfect, you're just safer being the low-key quarterback leader. I don't know we need the full swagoo every single week.
This is like the uncles coming into the living room and saying, son, sit down a second. We got to talk to you about something. Is that what we're doing?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay. I got to admit, I didn't care. The scream, he was emotional. I'm fine with that.
You'll give him that. Okay.
I'll give him that because of first of all, he threw the ball. Second of all, that's his guy.
Sure.
Right. So there's some guilt, there's some frustration. And he saw it, which is also jarring. Podium? Okay, I can get with you on this. Because you've reached a point now where you've elevated yourself to, and I don't care. I know you're young and you want to be that fun guy. I get it. That's who you are. You got to be yourself. But you also have really become as close to a leader of this franchise. It's the New York Football Giants, and you've become that very quickly. Does Tom Brady does he do that? Did you grew up watching guys go to the podium after games, especially after losses, and there's a certain way you probably want to carry yourself, and I'm kind of with you in that one. You might save the glasses, save the I don't need you to be a character at the podium after a loss when a key player is hurt and
you got blown out by a rival. And it just wasn't a good game.
I get that. And I understand what you're saying. And you're hoping sooner rather than later he looks around and sees the other quarterbacks in the quarterback club, the real ones, and just be more like that. The CEO stuff.
The big boys, Don, in this league, they may show up to the tunnel, dress cool.
Oh, walking in?
Yeah.
Oh,
but when it's time to sit and talk, people just relax because this will not – it's still so early in this story. And Giants fans, you're probably getting mad at me and thinking I'm a hater, but I promise I'm trying to diffuse this early.
But here's the problem. Because you know what gets lost? When you're looking at them and you get the message that is pitch perfect.
We got to start figuring out ways to win because I hate it, and I'm not used to it. I'm not just going to accept it. I'm not going to be okay with it. We as a team can't be okay with it, and we got to figure this out.
Don, do you understand? Right? The visuals don't match the audio.
Yeah, I don't mind what he said at all. It's the right thing to say.
But in a work in progress, that not only what happens on the field, but how you handle yourself in the media. Not everybody can be Eli Manning, who gets it immediately. Derek Jeter, who gets it immediately. It's a work in progress for a lot of us. Isn't the fact that he said the right things more important than the decision to wear the glasses or how he looked at the podium?
Total.
Rather than him walking out there looking perfect.
Wait, in today's world?
Yeah, I don't know,
In today's
Don.
world, where people see before they hear?
Well, you know what? But I still want to know he's got a good heart. I want to know that his heart and his head's in the right place.
No question.
That part.
I don't want it overshadowed because your eyes are seeing something, so you're not hearing because you're so caught up in what you're looking at. And there are a lot of people in the world that do that, and I don't want it for them. Like this is like, I think this is us saying, we love you, kid. You don't need this.
Right.
You don't need that.
I don't disagree, but I'm saying from a work in progress standpoint, I want to work with him, and I think I can work with him because he does get it, because the visual maybe wasn't perfect, but the message was the right message.
Yep.
And that's the hardest thing to do, because if he didn't care or didn't say the right things, I got a lot more work to do.
Oh,
So
he
he's feeling the
absolutely
moment
has
right
it.
now.
It is in him to be that dude. You're right. And if you don't have that, you don't have it. He definitively has the good stuff. What I'm saying, and I'm looking in our chat, bad take, Peter. Not everyone can be a nerd like Jaden Daniels. Okay, what I'm saying is the more you chill out on your attempt to be swaggy, the more grace you will get. You are speeding up the judgment by carrying yourself with a certain level of swag that you may not need.
Here's your example. Joe Burrow, who loves to do the Joe Cool stuff, right? He'll go fur coat. He'll do the whole thing.
No, we've seen it all.
Don't normally see that at the podium.
No.
Don't normally see that at the podium. Not after a loss. He's pissed. He's direct.
Well, this is
straight. Then he gets away from the podium. Then he'll put the costume on. That's great.
I know we're up against it because we got the binge.
Got the
coming
binge.
Up. But this is what we were trying to tell you, Peter, a decade ago when you went on CNN with the backwards hat, and we were saying, listen, nobody's going to pay attention to you and what you have to say because they're just going to look at this tool that's dressed like he's 12. And you fought us and said,
I stand.
wait
by the
a
way, I
minute.
do it again.
Well, I'm just saying.
But
you are now arguing with yourself because you're talking about the message not being seen because everybody is looking at the
here's why
You're
Don's
seeing
comps,
yourself in the mirror. You know what?
No, his comp's terrible.
You're going to hate this?
Comp terrible.
No, it's not.
Because I went on CNN real quick. I've done this 50 times. I'm going to do it 51st. The Chiron under me, the reason they had me on was
lower third.
Hot 97 DJ on New York election. I wasn't supposed to be a leader of men presenting myself to the world. I was there as the Joe Jabroni New York DJ.
Did you need to have the Fred Durst starter kit, though? Did you really need to have that?
It was not a red baseball hat. It was a commander's hat.
There are a lot of people who are like, why would I take this guy seriously? He didn't even dress seriously, right?
I hear you, but I don't like the comp.
Frank,
it's full circle.
Like Frank Zappa, when he went for fighting for the PMRC and all that, and he went and spoke on the trial, he wore a suit and tie because he wanted to be taken seriously, and then he was able to say all the serious things and not just dress like a typical rock star. Like sometimes you're right. You've got to dress the part. And as a leader in a big moment, you want to be able to dress the part. And that way your message can be heard. But unfortunately, we live in a time, Peter, where we have to look at quarterbacks differently because they're not all going to be buttoned up. You brought up Tom Brady. Well, Tom Brady is a 50-year-old man. He played recently, but he started playing 20 some odd years ago. Things were a little bit different now. We got to get used to a lot of these athletes not playing the role that we're used to. That doesn't make them less leaders.
Sure,
so
but I hear you. But I mean, I'm just saying. I think my boy is the same age as Jackson Dart, and you do not see it.
They're also two different people.
For sure.
NFL binge coming up next. Stay with us. Don, Hahn, Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Now let's take a look at the roads with Janelle Crispin.
Thanks, guys. We have double troubles on the BQE in Brooklyn, westbound into Kent Avenue. There's a crash. The right and center lanes are blocked. And then westbound before Atlantic Avenue, there's a crash. One lane is knocked out there. In the Bronx, there are major delays on the Major Deacon southbound approaching the Cross Bronx. There's a disabled vehicle. Right lane is knocked out, and the Cross Bronx pretty heavy. The Bruckner out to the GW Bridge. Now, inbound the GW Bridge, we've got construction upstairs and downstairs. Pretty quiet at the Lincoln Tunnel. 5 to 10 minute delays inbound at the Holland. This report sponsored by Compassion International. Compassion sponsorship means food, healthcare, education, and more for a child in poverty. And there are thousands of kids who've been waiting over a year and their wait. Sponsor a child with compassion today. Text the word radio to 83393. I'm Janelle Crispin for 880 ESPN New York.
You did an intro, and then I was talking through it. I heard it, and I liked it.
I don't know if you did.
I love the Are You Watching?
Can I hear it again? Can we run it from the top? Bring it back. Rewind.
Why does everybody else have to hear it again? Because you missed it.
Because, by the way, is it really going to be that much of a chore for people to hear this again?
Listen, I think it was really good. I'd like to hear it again myself.
Thank you very much. Run it back. See, Don, aren't you glad I complained now last week? Look what we got.
That was really good.
That was terrific.
That was going after an Islander guy, Alan.
What? Are you watching?
Are you watching?
Oh yeah.
Everybody that is a fan of just one sport and takes in no other sport, that's their big thing. That's their go-to all the time. Is you don't watch all the games. Like no one can possibly watch all the games.
Can't watch all the games.
Jeremy. All right, all they can watch is maybe one or two in a night, and then catch up on the highlights on some others that might stand out.
All right, guys, let's get to the binge, shall we?
Do it.
Man, James Cook had quite the day for the Bills in their 40-9 rout of the Panthers. Why didn't I pick that?
Pitch to James Cook, straight ahead, 10-5, touchdown. The Bills are pouring it on Carolina right now and making it look easy. James Cook, have yourself a day. He is over 200 yards rushing today, and we haven't even started the fourth quarter yet.
That's pretty crazy.
Now, Josh Allen spoke, just to be specific here, 216 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. That's more rushing yards by a Bill since O.J. Simpson had 273 in 1976. Josh Allen records his 46th career game with a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown. That breaks a tie with Cam Newton for the most in NFL history. Respectfully, I think he'll end up on a different plane than Cam Newton altogether.
Sure.
Well, it depends.
Maybe he's going to start wearing hats.
I was going to say, Cam's crushing him in the bad hat department. Let's hear from Josh Allen on Cook's Day.
He's playing outstanding. I think the more times we get the ball in his hands, the better that we're going to be. Same thing with 10, with Khalil. Just, again, getting the ball in his hands and letting him make some plays for us. But, yeah, I mean, I'd love handing it off and getting to throw my hands up from 50 yards out, you know?
Now, the Ravens kept their season alive with young Tyler Huntley at the helm. 30-16 win over the Bears. But what the heck happened with Lamar Jackson's injury designation this week, John Harbaugh?
It's an honest mistake. I mean, it really is an honest mistake. I can tell you this. Nobody's trying to hide anything. I mean, there's no advantage with that. He practiced. His status was what it was. He was questionable. I do think if we'd have had the old status, maybe they would have said doubtful. Maybe. I don't know. But questionable or out. You know, we weren't going to say out because he wasn't out until Saturday when that conversation was had on the medical side.
I'm not going to believe that.
Yeah, totally.
I don't think they're playing games there at all.
But
it's just the way they
get
did
fined for it because, you know.
Now, it's the Ravens' first win in a game without Lamar as the starter since 2022.
Wow.
Which is funny because Huntley's not terrible.
No.
But he's a serviceable backup.
Yeah, he's decent.
But honestly, I think that
who started that game? The last time they won without Lamar.
Yeah, it's because it's post Flacco. RG3? No, I don't know.
Was it Huntley?
It might have been Huntley.
It feels like he's been there forever.
Yeah, he's been there a while.
Now,
before you move on to another game,
yeah,
I want to throw this question out to you right now.
I know what you're doing.
No, who are you taking that has a better chance to go to the Super Bowl representing the AFC? The Ravens or the Colts? Who are you taking right now?
You got to take the Colts.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't trust the Ravens at all. Their defense, it's not even about Lamar Jackson. Their defense is so bad.
I know, but if they get Jackson back, they could still win this division. Right? You know, Steelers have lost a couple in a row.
The Steelers are starting to circle the
drain.
Right,
so we are talking about a team that you still feel pretty good can win this division if Jackson comes back.
And I don't trust them.
All right, I answer.
What do you answer? Give me your answer.
I would say the Ravens.
You're taking the Ravens. You don't trust the Colts at all. Their running game, their defense, their offensive line.
I don't.
Not trusting them.
I would take the Colts.
Is it just because if the starting quarterback wasn't named Daniel Jones, would you trust them more?
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's just that you don't go 0 to 60 like that. That's too quick a turnaround,
They're
man.
7-1.
I know. Well, listen, but the Ravens haven't been able to win the big one in the playoffs, even in the best of seasons.
I'm not saying
let alone in a year when they've been garbage.
I just said, listen, if I were to throw Kansas City, you'd all say Kansas City, right?
Of course. Well, that's
all right.
different.
So I wanted to make it a little bit more challenging.
So the commies smoke them tonight. All right.
Look at that.
Now speaking of the Colts, I like my guys. I like my guys. The Colts improved to 7-1 on the year with a 38-14 rout over the Titans, and were propelled by Jonathan Taylor, who finished with 153 yards on the ground and 3 tutties, 2 rushing, 1 receiving.
There's Jonathan Taylor on a little toss in front of him, jet sweep left. Taylor breaking tackles and taking it in for his 3rd touchdown of the day. That is a touchdown receiving on that little pitch forward. And boy, Roger McCreary is going to see that one in his sleep as he tried to wrap him up, and Taylor just shed him like a cheap sport coat.
Unbelievable call.
Cheap sport coat.
He went sport coat instead of suit. I love it.
Unbelievable.
Why can't he have his moment?
Let him have it. One call.
God, and that's Jacob. That's underrated.
That is
underrated.
You had to see the sinister grin on his face when he played that. You're a bad guy, Jacob. Put him on the YouTube. Make sure people can see that look on his face. That sinister little grin. Look at you. Poor guy. You know what? Carlin's had a year, by the way. He's been
great.
Week after week, he's coming up with great calls.
Not to mention he was MVP of the Couchcast. He's done it all.
He definitely was that, too. May I remind you, too, with the Colts, for those who are the doubters, I told you, the stat. After Week 7, the team with the best record in the NFL, 8 of the last 10 years, has gone to the Super Bowl.
That's a good stat.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I said that on Friday. Thanks for listening.
Oh. No,
I was super busy Friday.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of the Couchcast, I see Pinhead suit John Winthrop's in the other room.
He's there.
Hey, John, let me ask, has anything been banned?
He's your Disney host, if you notice. He's got the, the quarter zip on.
By the way, you would think if you pay attention to how much Disney clothing he wears.
It's almost as if he works there.
No.
And can show you around. When you go on a tour, he's like, oh, welcome, let me show you your suite.
And I don't mean like works at Disney the way we all work at Disney. Like Disneyland. Like tearing tickets.
Now, real quick, John, he's too big to be tearing tickets.
he's
like more of like
how about
a
maitre d' at one of the nice restaurants? Welcome, like the seafood
he's
restaurant.
more higher end than that.
Now
he welcomes in like the high rollers.
Now, John, has anyone bantied about what a possible future Couchcast could be? Have we considered? Is there anything on the horizon? He's thinking. He's coming towards the microphone.
He's nodding.
He's taking headphones.
Now put his handsome face on the YouTube, please.
I don't know how this would work for Alan, but we have kicked around Knicks.
See, I knew it.
Eventually, we'll be in the playoffs. You would think.
Yep.
Do like a Knick playoff.
Well, you'd have to do a national game. One that we're not doing.
Yeah, but wouldn't you still have pre and post? What are you talking about? You don't do any of the national games. Really.
Right.
I mean, you don't really do any of the playoff games.
Well, not
First
anymore.
round.
First round's out.
done with
We're done.
Yeah.
So yes, post. So I would have to leave the couch. Have to get off the couch at start of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and make it for the post game. But you could do it.
I can do that.
We thought Knicks would, because Knicks is like the ultimate unifier in the city.
Yep.
Like
everybody will be,
but it's
I'm
such
sure
a long
everybody
way
will be
away.
kind of,
but like, there's nothing between that and
we can't do something else.
There's not a playoff NFL game,
What
like
do
a
we got?
Monday night playoff.
How about
game?
a Devils game?
You really want to watch?
Have
NFL
Don
playoffs?
calling it. We all just like critique Don throughout the game.
Well, that was a nice effort, Alan. I appreciate it, really.
See, I'm not even entertaining it, Don. Do you like that? Like,
Everyone
I
just
love
stared
you.
at me like
I
hockey.
have more respect for you.
Yeah, we can't.
You respect me more, don't you? No, I'm not going to do that.
We can't do a couch cast for hockey.
Yeah, no,
My
I didn't say
God.
that. Arrange your playoff game conversation.
I'll tell you what, Peter. You know what? We'll do one of 162 Yankee games, and we'll have you lead it.
You know what?
Early April Yankee.
Oh, yeah.
I'm always down for 1 of 162.
No, but do you think it could work with how popular the NFL is if we did a non-local NFL game?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why not
a playoff game?
Like it would have to be a week. So don't we do the first week of the playoffs? They do the Monday night playoff game.
Yes.
What about that?
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Put that down.
Let's
think
start
about
preparing.
Let's start
Wild
having
card
meetings.
Monday.
Zoom
Wild
meeting.
card Monday.
Wild card Monday together as a family.
I like that. That's thinking, Peter.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, and lastly, the Packers outscore the Steelers 21-6 in the final 15 minutes to spoil Aaron Rodgers' return to Green Bay.
Here's a snap to Love. Rush on, throws the middle. Got his man. Cutting left to the 5 to the end zone. It is Tucker Kraft having a night. Wow. Touchdown Green Bay. They beat Chuck Clark on a crosser. 24-yard touchdown reception.
Now, can I just tell you guys?
Where was the game?
It was Pittsburgh, wasn't it?
It was.
Oh, but there were a lot of Green Bay fans there. Man.
Yeah, it was.
Did you notice that?
Yeah, but I said that wrong because it was. The game was. What's that, Alan?
Well, we just checked the schedule.
Yeah.
We cannot do a wild card Monday couchcast because
it's holiday.
Don won't be here.
Well, Don has a.
Yeah.
There's a game that night.
There's a game in Minnesota. That night.
Oh, Minnesota.
Good old Winnipeg, Minnesota, back to back.
Well, listen, there's a chance that we'll have a couchcast and not everyone can make it.
You know, we all can't, be together. We didn't have Bart, Scott.
Yeah, we didn't have Bart last time.
We didn't have
It
Dan.
happens.
So there's
okay.
no me.
Thank you, Don.
Now, Rodgers had a chance to become the 5th quarterback.
Here we go.
To beat every team in the NFL. Can you name the 4 that did it?
Oh, man, I've beaten every team
Well,
in the NFL.
their era, right? Because
Well, what else would it be?
Well, I'm just saying, like every team in the league wasn't around for some
right,
other people.
Every team that existed during your time. So how about give me Joe Montana?
Well, Joe Montana would be incorrect, but it's a great
That's
guess.
not a bad
'cause he was in
guess.
Kansas City for a while.
Not a bad guess.
Wait, so what that he was in Kansas? Oh, he just didn't.
He would have to beat the 49ers. He can't do it as a
Oh,
Niner.
he'd have to beat he wouldn't have had enough time to beat the 49ers.
Right.
Got it. You got to switch up enough to be able to beat.
So you need longevity and
Brett
you
Favre.
need to be able to play.
Oh, Favre's a good guess.
Brett Favre is a great guess and accurate.
Well done.
And accurate. So there's one. So we got 3 more.
Oh, what era are all these guys from?
Actually, they're all pretty much
Post Super
in the
Bowl?
same era.
Oh, in the same era.
Yeah.
So 90s on.
How about
Favre is the oldest. How about it that way?
Oh, okay.
Oh, Favre's the oldest?
Yeah.
Joe Flacco.
No, it's a good guess. I thought maybe Flacco. Flacco had 2 opportunities to beat the Ravens and lost both games. So no Joe Flacco.
Favre's definitely the oldest.
Yes.
I considered Randall Cunningham.
You got to think again. You got to think of somebody.
We got to think multiple teams, having some success on multiple teams, but from the
Tom Brady.
I'll tell you the one you're going to be a little surprised.
Did Brady beat the Patriots?
Brady did beat the Patriots. So Tom Brady
is
there.
You did get
so
it.
Brett Favre and Tom Brady.
There you go, Alan. You're 2 for 2. And one's going to surprise us. Why? Because they're not that great.
No, because he didn't spend spent little time with that team, but
it was enough.
Beat the team he eventually played for. So he did it first. He beat the team and then went to the team. Where everybody else beat the team after.
He beat the team,
like
then
went. Like Favre went back to beat the Packers.
Rodgers.
Brady went back. Not Aaron Rodgers. He would have been the 5th if he had done it last night.
Oh, that's right. That was his first game. That's right.
So Brady went back to beat the Patriots. This guy, one of the guys, did it first.
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning he did it last, but Peyton Manning is the
That's
other.
3, and they're all making faces like the 4th one is obvious.
It's not.
No, they meant Peyton Manning.
All right. Well, it took us a second.
So Peyton was they thought the obvious one.
Brett
Well, that's
Favre,
amazing
Peyton
how they
Manning,
just
Tom
stare at
Brady.
you like you're
Yeah,
a
no,
moron.
don't.
I will
come
say
and
this.
do live radio
He's a
and then try to
contemporary
think
of these
too.
individuals. Okay,
Contemporary.
He beat a team early in his career when he was with that team. But he was with that team briefly, then eventually went long term with the team we know him as.
The team he then went.
Yeah,
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees, great.
Oh, there you go. That's good stuff by
Drew
you.
Brees was able to beat the Saints as a
All
Charger.
right, what do you mean? You hear Jake? He's a bad guy today.
No.
We're going with that guy Thursday. He's that guy.
You remember that on
All
Thursday.
day he's been that
Write
guy.
it down.
All
What did he
day.
do?
But
in my ear, he's like, "Great recovery." I'm sorry. Did we spend a half hour on this?
And by
or
the
did
way,
it take like
Allen
3
got
minutes?
3 of the 4. I only got Manning. He did 3. That was pretty good.
And Brees is tough.
Yeah,
because you don't think about his time with the Chargers.
Now, I would just like to say, I knew I was getting that game right last night the second I saw the jerseys the Steelers were wearing. They lost the game, Don, before they took the
And
field.
even the Packers, too.
Those
When
were
you
bad.
Can I ask a
Those were
question
bad.
seriously? When you get traditional teams like the Packers and the Steelers, can't you just keep it real?
Just wear your jersey.
Yeah, but and listen,
let the Jaguars and Panthers have their fun.
This is why
the reindeer games.
This is why you'll never see a third Yankee jersey. The Yankee jersey's classic. They don't need.
I respect
They
it.
don't need to have some fancy third jersey so
funny
they can
thing is-
sell more. You're going to buy the Yankee jersey because it's the Yankee jersey.
But the funny thing is, like the Steelers are kind of Yankee adjacent, and yet those are the most repulsive jerseys I've ever seen.
What, black and gold, black and yellow, whatever you want to call it. That's repulsive.
No. What they were last night.
Oh, last night. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God. No,
but I'm
hell.
saying in general,
Well, no, it's not as bad as the Bumblebee ones from back in like the 20s
I don't
or whatever. That
know.
was
I thought
stupid.
last night might have been the worst one I've ever seen.
Really?
What was the logo?
I don't even know. Who were they paying homage to? like that's the thing, Don. The Steelers are known from the 70s to now.
Yep.
They've had a 50-year run of greatness. They've had the same jersey and helmet the entire time.
Yep.
Who are we paying homage to?
Let's find out.
That'll do it for your NFL binge on this week 8 in the books almost. After tonight?
Yeah.
After
How
my
about that?
commie shocked the world with Marcus Mariota?
We still have 9 weeks to go.
Thank God.
Buckle
and
up.
plus the playoffs.
Then right.
And we're somehow still close in our picks because we're all so awful.
Oh God, what a week!
What are you
I had.
saying?
Terrible. We're all bad. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I'm the worst.
I'm
but
creeping. I'm starting to creep a little
You're,
bit. but
you're
I wanna-
finding it is what you're saying.
But you know what? I'm going to turn it all around right now, guys. There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's the selection, it's the customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $159 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM841631. MSRP $26,980. Zero security deposit. Ends 10/31/25. So we still got lots to do. More of your phone calls. We'll reset coming up in the 5 o'clock hour as well. Talk about the Giants and their season pretty much over. And, of course, the great Nick Mangold as he passes at the age of 41. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg taking up until 7 o'clock. Full frontal here on ESPN New York.
John Ryan.
Yeah, Dad.
I think I came up with a killer slogan for our law firm. D'Agostino and Associates, bite back.
Bite back?
Yeah. When someone hurts you, you bite back. We'll be the law firm that bites back.
Dad, that's brilliant. Accident victims, call D'Agostino and Associates and bite back. Hey, we could even put a big vicious dog on billboards everywhere.
Yeah, and Rottweilers on buses.
Hey, how about a toll-free number?
What are you thinking?
You know, like 1-800-BITE-BACK.
1-800-BITE-BACK. That's brilliant.
But what if people hear fight back?
Easy. I'll spell it out for them like 1-800-BITE. Back. Bite Back. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Love it. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
All this talk about biting back got me hungry.
Me too. Want to grab lunch?
Sure. Hey, how about a jingle?
You mean like
D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back.
Listen, the weather is starting to cool off a little bit and the cold is coming fast. Fill up your oil before the cold sets in. Now's the best time because the prices are still so low. By the time we get to Halloween and early November, you know it's going to be freezing. So make it easy to keep your house comfortable and warm. That's what Romeo's Fuel does. They keep you warm with discount home heating oil. Order online at romeosfuel.com. Now fully serving Nassau and Suffolk, go to romeosfuel.com today. That's romeosfuel.com.
Fight fans, Bud Light and ESPN New York are sending you to UFC at Madison Square Garden. Tap the Bud Light tile on the ESPN New York app and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets in the ESPN suite. Catching the action alongside me, Peter Rosenberg. Through November 7th, listen and enter through the Bud Light tile to score your shot at the ultimate fight night. Bud Light is the official beer of UFC, so make your move now on the ESPN New York app. Must be 21 and over. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Rules on the ESPN New York app. Please enjoy Bud Light responsibly.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Harry Douglas here. Look, being a man doesn't mean skipping self-care. Manscaped makes it easy to feel confident, clean, and ready for anything. Whether you're at work, hitting the gym, traveling for business, or heading for a night out. The Lawnmower Trimmer gives you precision, the Beard Hedger keeps your look tight, and their grooming essentials smell incredible. Manscaped's tools are built to perform, helping you stay sharp, smooth, and feeling your best every single day. Because real confidence starts with a clean cut and the right gear. Get all the Manscaped products you need right now at your local Target.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Holding. Defense.
The ref totally blew that call.
Oh, I'm sure he'll make the right call next time.
It's too late. It cost us the game.
Well, it's just one game.
That loss eliminated us from the playoffs.
Oh, the playoffs are on so late. Now you'll be well rested.
Okay, I need you to stop talking now.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
All right, before we get back to the calls, I do want to explain that. So what the Steelers were wearing last night, for those who were too lazy to Google, was a throwback jersey, obviously, from 1933, their very first year of football there in Pittsburgh, and the proud Steel Town legacy. I don't know what the design was about on the front.
It's repulse.
But there are just some things that just should stay in 1930. Here's what I think. If your team is wearing a jersey, a throwback jersey from an era, I think the coaching staff has to wear whatever the fashion was in that era. Would we agree?
Kind of like what they did with the Winter Classic.
Yep.
You know, where the old-timey fedoras and the jackets.
Wouldn't that be amazing to see like Mike Tomlin wearing knickers with socks up and
I like that.
Like a tweed sport coat.
But what we don't need,
and the old newsy hat.
But what we don't need, Don, this is exactly what you talked about with the Giants a couple years ago. Why do we need to pay homage to a time that no one cares about?
Right.
Well, it's a
the
history.
first year of the Steelers.
It's the history of your franchise.
But it's repulsive.
The idea is to say this is what we wore when this franchise began.
Okay.
It's not about the time more than it is about the legacy of a franchise.
Their helmet was also made of leather.
Leather. Yeah, well, why weren't they wearing leather helmets?
Yeah, where are the leather helmets?
Like, what's
you
with
put the goalpost
They weren't
in the
wearing
front of the
yellow
end zone.
helmets. Why is the helmet yellow?
Exactly.
Should've been brown.
Put the goalpost in the front of the end zone. I want to see all
Who's
of
the
it.
college team that did the leather helmet-looking helmets? And it looks so lifelike. It looks so real. When you see it from a distance, it looks like they're wearing leather helmets. It's crazy.
Well, here's
that would have
the
been
thing.
cool.
This is why you're trying too hard, bro. All right? You want to honor the Steelers' tradition and history, then you honor the 70 Steelers.
Right.
Nobody cares about the 1933 Pittsburgh Pirates that finished 3-6-2. Were in 5th place in a 5-team league. They didn't become the Steelers till 1940.
He looked it up.
He looked it up. He did the work. He did the work.
He looked
They
it up.
didn't have a winning record until 1947. So we're honoring garbage, right? It's the same thing like when you think of the Giants' history. If you want, depending on what age you are, you're probably going to be thinking about the championship years, in the 30s and the 50s, and if you want to go to the 80s, the Pittsburgh Steelers, God love them, were nowhere. They're the team that cut Johnny Unitas, and then finally, Mean Joe Green and Franco Harris and all the great players came, and you think about those 70 Steelers teams, and you think about those jerseys and the terrible towels and Three River Stadium and all that. That's their history. Honor that. Oh, you don't have to because they still wear the same jerseys. Trying too hard, bro. There's nobody alive from that time, and the people that are alive don't care because they were the Pittsburgh Pirates. What are you honoring? You're honoring nothing.
Now, real quick, I'd like to honor you, Don.
In what sense?
I want to go on FanDuel Sportsbook, and I want to place a bet in honor of you.
On the Devils?
Well, I should.
I
I want to win.
An absolute wagon.
Because all they do is keep winning. But right
No
now,
matter what.
tonight, FanDuel's giving all customers a 30% profit boost token. So you can get in on the action with a 30% profit boost token tonight. Make FanDuel your go-to app for any snap and every snap. Just visit FanDuel.com/Peter to bet on the game, play your game with FanDuel. To bet on the game, period. Play your game with FanDuel.
Do it.
An official sports betting partner of the NFL, 21 and over, physically present in New York, opt-in required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable. Profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with the gambling problem, call 877-HOPE-NY. Next HOPE-NY, 467-369.
I enjoyed that.
Thank you.
I did too. It was well timed.
Where are you again, Don?
Don is in-
Denver.
Oh, Denver,
Yeah,
because you
Mile
saw
High.
the Cowboys leaving when you arrived.
Yeah.
Now, what's the plan tonight? What are we doing?
I'm sure dinner somewhere, but I have no concrete plans.
So, what do you mean dinner somewhere? Like the broadcast team?
Yeah, we'll all get together. We're a pretty tight knit group.
Well, I mean, hold on now.
We'll find someplace to eat.
This is your second road trip?
Third, but the second one was I had to leave the day of, and then I left right after the game. So now this is my second trip.
So you imagine? So when you say the crew will all get together, who does that include? Dano?
Yeah, Danico, Bryce Salvador,
Sure.
Rachel Herzog.
The whole squad you think will get together somewhere for a meal, like gentlemen?
And ladies, yeah.
Now, if the night takes it there,
Mm-hmm.
will you drink 7 or 8 old fashions and then attack a DoorDash driver and possibly end up in the hospital?
That's not the plan. I mean, the only thing I'd be attacking is a garbage can if I had 8.
No. I think if
old
Don
fashions.
gets more than 2 old fashions, he's asleep.
No,
Forget it.
I've
Face
never
down.
had more than 2.
2's your limit? You've never had more than 2?
No, matter of fact, we went out because I'm going to be gone all week, so we went hibachi Saturday night.
Nice.
Treat yourself.
Sure.
And they overdo it with the old fashioned.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel, and then we did the sake.
Oh, boy. Wait, do they do the kid sake?
Yeah, but it's water or
Well, I know
apple
it's
juice.
not actual.
You never know. I don't know what goes on in certain
When they
places.
go kid sake,
Yeah.
that they're actually spraying booze in the kids' mouths. Do the kids love it?
They love it. They think it's fun. And so I had a little, and I'm not a big fan of sake. I like the whole idea of it. But
I
it's not
know
very
it's
good.
nasty.
And so
I'll
Nancy
tell you,
had to
you know what I
drive
don't
home.
like the idea of, Don? Can I be honest with you?
What's that?
I don't like the idea of someone yelling, sake, and then I'm sitting there with my mouth open as a strange man sprays liquid into my mouth. It's actually not my favorite thing.
It's not exactly a photo you want.
It's just like
You just
when
don't want
you do
that
it,
one.
I'm just like I'm picturing someone else looking over and be like, what is Rosenberg doing?
Yeah.
Why is his mouth wide open?
And
while
why
a
does it
man's
look so
spraying
natural?
But if that was at a McDonald's, I'd say, what is he doing? If it's at Hibachi, it's what
No,
they do.
I know it's what they do, but
Is
you've had it before, right? Al?
Yeah, well, I haven't done that.
You, really? You
No?
pass on the
No,
sake?
never.
You pass on it, or you haven't
I'm
done
good,
Hibachi?
sir. Thank you.
I'm all set.
He's all set.
I
see?
don't need anyone spraying or
And by the way,
shooting anything.
Yeah, you know what?
Wow.
Shooting anything in the mouth is not what you want. And also, Don, let's be fair. How many
That was too
great
easy.
drinks are made in the same distribution system that you get ketchup with? I mean, it's a spray bottle. It's like it's
Just
honest.
something
it's
about
a
it.
condiment bottle
Yep.
shooting alcohol at you.
Imagine
How good is it?
Imagine the horror on Kay's face.
Oh, he would die.
A
He would die.
bottle that looks like it's holding a condiment.
Yeah,
And you're trying to convince him, no, that's a drink. It's great.
he would never.
I can't imagine.
Let me just
Kay
squeeze
would-
it here. Open your mouth, but stay like 10 feet away from it.
I can't imagine Kay would ever do Hibachi.
Ever. Oh, just the whole thing.
You
The
know
whole
what?
thing
He
is
would.
just-
And by the way, it's the funniest thing. You're right about that. He wouldn't eat it, and it's so funny because it's a meal like children love. It's so basic. It's rice and some chicken.
Yeah.
It's
They're
teriyaki
just throwing
sauce.
food bits at you like you're a dog.
It's
So
exactly.
you're not on board, Alan. It doesn't sound like.
I have taken part in hibachi many times. It's fun with a group.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
we're
fun
having a good
group
time.
experience. You all take over a
little
table.
Kieran, right?
So
You're
what-
just putting down some Kieran Ichiban, like something like
Yeah,
that. But
not too bad.
But it's
How
a good
about-
time when there's
How about
people
our
around.
holiday dinner? Let's do Hibachi. What do you think?
I'm all right with that. I'm just
the way,
not going to do
that
the
would be fun.
spray sake. Maybe Peter can. I'll hold the camera.
Let's discuss.
We will discuss. We have calls to get to at 800-919-3776 on an emotional day for the Jets that started out with the devastating news about Nick Mangold. It finished off with the first win of the season. And where do we go from here with all those emotions? And then the Giants, talk about emotional. A tough loss in Philadelphia, but losing even more of the talent on the field and what it means for Jackson Dart going forward. The Knicks also had a mixed bag weekend and not a great performance last night. I'm curious if anybody has it's way too early in the season to complain type of concerns, but the ears are always open for that as well. So your call's coming up, big 5 o'clock hour, 800-919-3776. Don Hahn, Rosenberg, ESPN, New York.
It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Janelle Crispin.
Thanks, guys. Couple of slow spots in Jersey. 80 local lanes westbound into exit 47 for 280, a crash, and 280 eastbound into exit 11 in Orange, an accident there. 1 and 9 Tuttley Avenue, that's all jammed up northbound into Secaucus Road because of a collision blocking the left lane. GW Bridge inbound not bad. At the Lincoln Tunnel outbound, there's a 15 to 20 minute delay. Outbound at the Holland Tunnel 20, inbound 5 to 10 from the 1-9 approach. And the Cross Bronx extension jammed up into the Queensbound Thrugs Neck Bridge, which is very heavy Queensbound. This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. It's a national nonprofit offering more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org. I'm Janelle Crispin for 880 ESPN New York.
Okay, girls, ready to go?
Yeah! Mom, I'm hungry. Can I have a snack? Me too, Mommy.
You want a snack?
Yeah!
Got it?
Children learn from our behaviors.
Mommy, can you open this,
All right,
please?
hold on 1 second. Okay. Okay, here.
Thank you.
They learn what is okay from the adults they see.
Mommy, are you on your phone?
If you're a distracted driver, chances are they will be too. What kind of driver are you raising? Funded by the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Dave Rothenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. Now, they converted my kids' bathtub to a shower and did an incredible, really an unbelievable job. They offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit done in just one day. Durable and easy to clean with no demo or mess and lower cost than a standard replacement. And a lifetime guarantee. Right now, no money down, no payments, no interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com. There's only one bath fitter.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Charlie's battery is struggling to start. Not ideal before the tailgate, so he goes to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone,
where a friendly AutoZoner tests his battery for free. Looks like he needs a new one, so he gets a Duralast battery.
have fun and stay warm.
And he makes it to the tailgate early enough to get his favorite spot. Free battery testing and charging. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
.504 in the big city with Don LaGreca, Peter Rosenberg. I'm Alan Hahn. 800-919-3776, of course, the number. We'll get the calls racked up and ready to go. We got a few there we got to get to in the meantime. The Jets get their first win of the season. They're now 1-7, so that makes them tied with New Orleans, who lost again at 1-7 for the worst records in the league. So they're not alone anymore. And if you're a Jets fan like me, now you're going, all right, the race to the bottom now suddenly has competition. But a win is a win. And on an emotional day where the franchise announced to the world that we lost Nick Mangold way too young in life at the age of 41, and all the emotions that came with that, of course, for the Jets to get their first win, for Aaron Glenn to get his first win as a head coach, there was some silver lining at least to the day. But the Giants lost to the Eagles. I don't think that's the headline, though, fellas.
Go ahead.
Because I think we kind of felt like they were walking into the Wasps' nest going into Philly after what they did to them 2 weeks ago. But I can't get over it. And this is not – I'm not going to call it game-turning play. I'm not going to call it a moment where the game was taken from the Giants. There were a lot of complaints about officiating in this game. The Giant defense was the biggest complaint. They could not stop the run to save their lives. They could not stop Saquon Barkley, who ran all over them. The kid Tank, what's his last? Like, he went nuts. And they brought him in to be like a punt returner or something like that, right? But he had a big game. But I'm still going back to something that was a big controversy in the NFL before the season. And I don't think there's a play of all the plays people have pointed out that the Eagles run with this tush push. This one was the most egregious when it comes to how unfair and how poorly officiated this play has become. It's 7-7. The Eagles have the ball early in the game, and Hurts is trying to drive forward. He reaches out with the football. Kayvon Thibodeau makes a great play on the ball, knocks it free, rolls over the pile, and jumps on the ball. That's a turnover. Giants ball. Instead, the officials stop, and they say, no, forward progress was stopped. That is not a turnover. The Eagles keep the ball, and what was it, one play later, two play, whatever it was, Barkley's in the end zone for a touchdown and makes it 14-7. Again, I am not saying the Giants would win the game if they got that ball. What I am saying, though, guys, is that if that play can't solve the tush push, then it feels like it is the unstoppable play, even if the officials aren't going to let you make a play like that and cause a turnover.
It's what makes it such, Don, in my opinion, such a horrible job by the officiating crews, because it's almost like they should be having a conversation if you're at the league right now. Hey, guys, we recognize this play is frustrating not only to a lot of teams, but to fans. It's not entertaining. There's no opportunity for excitement. The same thing happens every time. So, when officiating it, you need to be very mindful. If something happens, you realize the Thibodeau play counting yesterday, that helps the future of the tush push. If plays like that can happen,
it almost can stay alive.
It can stay alive longer because, there is something. If they reach the ball out, you can knock it out. By taking that away, it's a complete disservice to the play and to all of us fans who are watching from an entertainment standpoint, because it says even when your player makes a fantastic play on the ball, it doesn't count. It's brutal.
They went about trying to get rid of it in such a poor fashion during the offseason because everybody thought it was jealousy against the Eagles. Nobody can stop it. Why would you want to get rid of a play? Just be better. Find a way to stop it. But nobody ever considered the injury factor, which we saw in the Super Bowl, and nobody figured out that they can't officiate it. And now what you've seen, because we have the technology and people are really paying attention, all the illegal things that are happening during this play that nobody gets to see because they're all bunched up together. And there's another example, one we didn't think of, and that is how they can screw up when is it the play over, when is forward progress stopped. Now, that could happen on any play. Even if there wasn't a tush push, they could have still blown that call because it's not reviewable. But it's just another example of they just don't know how to officiate it. And so hopefully there'll be enough evidence during the offseason where officials will say, sorry, I didn't see it, and the officials get embarrassed when they're not throwing flags for things that are very obvious on replay, that it'll eventually go. But the Giants don't have a kick coming because that doesn't mean the next play you got to give it up. And the defense couldn't stop anybody. So this is not coming a place of jealousy. It's not coming from a place of, the Giants would win had they called it right. There were a couple of egregious calls. But that's going to happen when you stink and you're going up against the defending Super Bowl champions. That's going to happen. That happened to the Giants against the Cowboys when the Cowboys were winning Super Bowls, and that's always going to happen. That's why the Chiefs get calls. That's why the Eagles get calls. The good teams get the calls, and the bad teams don't get the benefit of the doubt. You got to live with that. You want to change that? Be better. So this is not coming from a place of anything other than just wanting to see the game improve and get better. So it has to end, and hopefully it will end during the course of the offseason. But it doesn't let the Giants up from which was a poor defensive performance. So Bowen did not bounce back after what happened at the end of the game against Denver. And it just seems to me that eventually we're just getting closer and closer to blowing this whole thing up.
Blowing the whole thing up. So, that's what I'm trying to figure out when it comes to the rest of the season. Because, usually coaches, what can happen is you can point to the fact is that they lost Cam Scatterbo to a gruesome, devastating injury, and you feel terrible for the kid who was having a dream rookie season. Got a touchdown early in the game to make it 7-7. And him and Dart, they were something that at least was putting life into the Giants, taking the stuffiness out of an old, stodgy franchise, right? Giving it some personality and some swag, and it was fun for a couple of weeks. This injury happens, you take another guy away. Already Malik Neighbors, who was also bringing that kind of swag to the Giants and a great offensive target for a guy like Dart. You take him away. And so when you start losing these pieces that should be around your rookie quarterback, eventually it's like, who's he throwing to except guys who are third stringers at this point and a couple of older veterans and then Wan'Dale Robinson, and Slayton. I'm not trying to say they're trash, but they're not ones, all right? They're not high-end guys. And so when you're a coach, Don, you can't look at your owner and say, well, we were heading the right direction, then we just got hurt. So how do you hold that against the coach when he lost some critical skill talent because of injuries? Can a coach make a case for himself that look at the way we played, look at how we were in every game? We were a team that couldn't do anything the first couple of weeks, and now, every game, it's entertaining. We're battling. We're fighting. Don't blame me. You want to blame somebody if our defense coordinator needs to go? Well, that's on him. But our offense, this quarterback we have, should buy Brian Daboll more time, shouldn't it?
Well, you got to look deeper than just, all right, we got injuries, we lost games. Is the defense, were they banged up that they gave up the points that they gave up and weren't able to bounce back from the fourth quarter in Denver?
There was some bad tackling there.
Does the head coach get to choose a third defensive coordinator? I mean, the Giants tied a franchise record for consecutive losses at home. They have on the road. They have not won a game on the road in a calendar year. I mean, this is pretty historic. I mean, you're going back to the 78, 79 Giants, the last time they've had this long of a losing streak on the road. They haven't beat Philadelphia in Philly in 14 games. That's 7 years, guys.
That's something.
That's not all Dable, but he hasn't beaten them in his tenure here, and he's in his 4th year. I get what you're saying, Alan, but you got to dig deeper. You got to find other ways, because just because he's got injuries and excuses doesn't mean that he's a good coach if everybody stayed healthy. You know, Gary Myers had a great tweet, and he's been on this for a while, that injuries are a major problem in the NFL. Major players are getting hurt. We're losing quarterbacks. And the bad teams, they sink. But the good teams kind of figure it out, and they try to find a way to be able to fight through it. Sometimes you just can't fight through it, and you lose your best wide receiver, and you lose your best running back, and you're not the most talented offense to begin with, and you got a rookie quarterback. Some things you just can't overcome. But please, let's not make it out to be that had Scadaboo stayed healthy and didn't get hurt, that they were on their way to winning that game. We don't know that, especially the way the defense played. You know, so I feel robbed of what could be a lot of competitiveness, but we're gonna have to watch the Giants in a different way. You know, it can't just be about the wins and losses, because there's not going to be a lot of wins the rest of the season. But does he hold this thing together? Do the players rally around him? Or do they try to stay competitive, where we can honestly say they lost that game because they're too banged up, and not because they got a coach who doesn't know what he's doing and a defensive coordinator who doesn't know what he's doing? And that's what John Mara's got to figure out, because you just can't give him the job back. And, oh, by the way, give him a contract extension just because he suffered some injuries.
It does make it fascinating football here the rest of the way, because you know, Scadaboo, it's funny, like he was a pivotal part of this team, not just the energy and the swag, if you will. It really is. I mean, they were a tandem. I mean, he really was a threat, as you saw in that touchdown early in the game.
How about
yesterday.
the fact he's not just a battering ram? He ran a route, a really good one, where that swim move on the linebacker was phenomenal.
And caught the ball 15 yards, 18 yards down the field.
It just showed you that there's definitely some game there.
Also, I'm the killer part for Scadaboo is this game is so cruel, man. Like, don't you guys ever have a moment of like, you can't believe how much we've normalized this game? Like, as I saw all the players, these grown men running the opposite direction, screaming, staring off into space, and we all said, like, oh, just another week in the NFL. Someone's leg's been completely turned around. In the case of Cam Scadaboo, guys, he has a 4-year rookie deal that if he gets every dollar in it will be a little over $5 million. Okay? And I know to us regular people, that sounds like a lot of money. $5 million over 4 years, living the lifestyle of a pro athlete, is not a lot of money.
Especially with how much you have to invest in your offseason of conditioning and all the things you have to do to take care of your body.
Agent, and if you have and all the other things you may need to pay for.
No, it's
that you're hoping to make money on your next deal.
Of course.
The first deal is not a ton of money. And guys,
not when you're that late of a pick. Right.
Cam Scadaboo, nothing he's going to get is guaranteed. He wasn't some highly sought after player. It's a really scary, unfortunate thing. Now, we all think he's so talented he'll be able to bounce back and still be a player. But, Don, it's a really scary spot. I really feel for this kid.
You know, it's amazing. Like, is football that different than it was when we were growing up, or when our fathers were growing up following it, or our grandfathers following it?
Guys were always getting hurt.
Or are we just – and this is a good thing, I think, for society, but I think a bad thing for following sports like football, that we're more sensitive to this now. You know, back in the day, it's like drag him off the field, get the next guy up.
Yep,
it's
true.
And before the salary cap, you probably had a backup that was pretty good. And now you don't, because you only have so much money to spend. You know, and now you've expanded, and there's way more. You spread things thin, so you feel these injuries a lot more. But you know, I remember doing games with Buttle back in the day, and wasn't that long ago. But it's like, all right, get him off the field, get the next guy up here, let's play. And I think now we're a little bit more sensitive to these athletes. We get to know them more. And like you just brought up a great point. Yeah, he's not technically he's a millionaire, but it's not like he's going to make a ton of money.
It's not guaranteed money.
And by the way,
it's not guaranteed money.
He's not a millionaire yet.
So
$800,000 this year with a signing bonus. And
this surgery doesn't guarantee anything for him. Like, he's really going to have to, so he told the world. So if you want to, he did just a little while ago, go to Twitter to thank everyone for their support. He said the surgery went well. Want to thank the city of Philly for taking the best care of me. Apparently, they sent pizza and cheesesteaks to the hospital.
Yeah.
And credit
if you
to
ever
the
had
Eagle
surgery,
fans, too.
you know you're not eating. You are not eating because you just throw up right away. Every moment I spent in the hospital with family and friends, I felt loved and supported in every way. Thank you to the doctors, surgeons, and staff that did their best work on me. He said, this is just the beginning of my journey, and I can't wait to show you guys all about it. God has a plan for me. Stick the course, and it will work itself out. And he said, BRB, of course. Be right back.
And credit the Eagle fans. They gave him a standing ovation going off the field.
By the way,
They're
just
not
let you know
known.
how gruesome it was, Don.
Yeah, but still, Philadelphia's got a reputation, so I don't think you would be that surprised if they didn't do anything.
They
but
cheered.
I think
No, that's true.
Yeah.
They cheered him. So that shows some growth too. But I just think that we're a little bit more sensitive to this, and also an athlete that may not get a chance to play at the level that he wants to play. So it can't just all be about the money. Sure, they get paid well, but what they're motivated to do is be able to play at the highest of levels. And you hope he recovers from this surgery and gets back to what he was doing. But there's always in question, as Alan said.
Man.
So
yeah,
I don't know how to look at the rest of the season. I mean, how many games are you going to win, guys? Honestly. They've got a tough schedule coming up. San Francisco, they got to go at Chicago.
San Francisco's really banged up.
They're banged up, too.
Chicago is heading in the wrong direction. Caleb Williams had a really bad week. There's some questions about him all of a sudden.
How did they get blown out by Baltimore?
It was bad. He was bad. He was missing throw. He was starting to look like Fields a little bit. We got calls again, 800-919-3776. Going to jump on those, but I want to talk to YouTube TV customers right now because I got to warn you, you could lose ESPN and the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday night football, the NBA, college basketball, and more. Take action right now. Go to keepmynetworks.com so you can keep ESPN. Let's go to Moose in Jamaica real quick. What's up, Moose?
What's going on, fellas? Good evening, good afternoon, whichever one it is. Frustrating Giants loss, but Don, hear me out. I know the narrative has now switched to Dable, even though he's found his quarterback. He made the pick. He told Shane to take Dart. But at the same time, I believe in Dable for a multitude of reasons, and I'll lead them to two. One being, if you remember the 2022 season, his rookie season, that game against Baltimore, when we were down 2 scores with less than 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I was ready to change the channel, and then we scored a touchdown, got a fumble, scored a touchdown, got the stop, got the win. That was a huge win on our way to getting the playoffs. The second reason, while I'll give Dable and definitely Shane a chance, is because if you remember the 2023 season, the Denver Broncos gave up 70 points to the high-flying Dolphins offense, right? And if you look now, just 2 seasons later, they have one of the best defenses, and they had some of the young pieces on that defense in 2023. These things take time. So I'm willing to be even more patient, even though it seems like he doesn't deserve it. Thanks for taking my call.
All right, that's fine. But again, I continue to harp on this. This would maybe be a little easier to swallow if he had a couple of years left on his contract.
You're talking about the commitment, right?
An extension.
Yeah.
Well, you want to just tack on another year and let's give it another college try next year and try. You're going to give him a few years to say, I do believe in you. 2022 really looks like it was smoke and mirrors, guys. You look at the NFL, why do things happen? Why do teams beat other teams? And everything came together for them that season. They finished 9-7-1. They won a playoff game. But since then, it's been a colossal embarrassment. You talk about the defense and time. I can't give Bowen any more time if it continues to sink like this.
See, that's where I feel like if anyone's on the clock, it's him. Because Wink had that defense playing at a high level.
And why isn't Wink here?
Well, because he was frustrated with the offense and made it clear because that's what Wink is. He's a big personality, and Dabes didn't like it and wanted him out.
And why is Bowen here? Because Dable
was
wanted
his choice. Right, exactly.
He said, you saw the hard knocks.
And the defense wasn't very good.
We want this guy.
Yeah.
Look how many yards he gives up on the ground. We want this. So he picked his guy, and that guy turned out to be a failure. So does he get a third defensive coordinator? I see both sides, guys. I don't think it's a slam dunk either way, but it's going to be a very, very interesting decision.
Well, here's one. Dave in the car has an interesting counter argument to keeping everybody in place.
Okay.
Go ahead, Dave.
Hey, guys. Look, let me just put this out there. It's very easy to say goodbye to the Giants staff, okay? All you have to do is say, you know what? You had Daniel Jones and Barkley. How many coaches in the league could build around those two players? And you didn't. You got lucky your first year, a lot of close games. Outside of the first year, guys, this guy has done absolutely nothing. Nothing. The Giants have been a laughing stock, not just in the NFL, in the sporting world. And you actually have people calling in now kind of like, oh, Neighbors is hurt, this guy is hurt, that guy is hurt. I think Saleh in San Francisco has 3 All-Pros who are gone for the year. San Francisco's still like, what, 10th, 11th in defense? We got to coach these guys up, man. We got to get a better coach. I don't know what else to say.
It feels
Thank you,
like
Dave.
that.
Well, how about this, Don? Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor. Pretty good tandem, right?
Yeah.
Does it sound familiar?
Yeah.
Daniel Jones right now, by the way, is in the conversation for MVP.
Sure he is. That's Daniel Jones.
Well, definitely comeback player of the year.
Well, I mean, I think that's a lock. But because of the fact that there are injuries in this league, because of the fact that there are teams that aren't playing up to the standard maybe we put in front of them, he has the best record in the league. He has not turned the ball over. I think, 6 of 8 games, whatever it is, he doesn't turn the ball over this year. He has been really good for them. And they have a running game and a good offensive line, which allows him to play the way he can play, the way you saw potential in him. So is it just a change of scenery? Is it better coaching? What is it that suddenly unlocked Daniel Jones that we couldn't get?
Completion percentage 71. He's over 2,000 yards, 2062.
What's the touchdowns to interceptions?
13-3.
Jeez.
Can you imagine, Don, if he finishes the season 4,000 yards, 26-6? That's all you ever dreamt of with Daniel Jones.
So that's why that's why this isn't as easy to say. Which all you have to say, and we've been doing this, is Dable and Dart. And if Dart says, that's my coach, it's hard for an owner to say, no, he's not. We're getting somebody better, because you finally got a quarterback, and if he likes the coach and he feels that he can understand the coach and he knows the system, why you want to mess with that?
That's probably your best argument to keep him.
That's all you got.
Not disrupt the best thing you have going, but there's a lot of other things than just the quarterback play.
Well, does the kid, is he going to be the one that will decide it in the end? His exit interview, his whatever with the media. If I'm a reporter, I am absolutely asking him, is Brian Dable your coach? Is he your coach? You want him to say it on the record and see if he will.
He might say it, but he's also saying it because that's the guy that gave him the opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to be biased in the sense he's got nothing else to compare it to in the NFL, and also what could possibly be out there, because if this kid is as good as we hope he is, there may be coaches lining up to get a chance to come here and be the head coach of the Giants. And then you'd compare, who do I want? Right? So it's going to be how they play, not just wins and losses, how they play the rest of the way is really going to be important.
How it looks, and especially the offense, and how this quarterback continues to develop. All right, we'll continue with your calls at 800-919-3776. And may I throw the Knicks into the conversation, fellas?
Oh, sure, why not?
All right, 3 games in. They'll play tomorrow night in Milwaukee, by the way, against Giannis. I think the schedule makers know what's going on here early in the season. My goodness. But 2-1. And I'm curious of what people think about what they've seen so far out of the new-look New York Knicks. So more of your calls coming up. Stay with us. Don, Hahn, Rosenberg, ESPN, New York.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5 S Select for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S0595731. MSRP $31,915. Zero security deposit. Ends 10/31/25.
Score or win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $40 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Janelle Crispin.
Thanks, guys. It's all jammed up in Queens on the LIE because of emergency construction. 2 lanes are closed eastbound the BQE down to Maurice Avenue and the Northern State on Long Island. Slow westbound into routes 106, 107, exit 35. There's a crash there. Now, getting out of town at the Lincoln, we've got delays running about 15 to 20 minutes. Holland Tunnel, it's 20 to 30. Inbound, some slight delays from the 19 approach, 10 to 15 of the Holland Tunnel. And 78, not great eastbound into the Newark side of the Newark Bay Bridge. That's because of a breakdown, disabled vehicle blocking the right lane. This report sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org. I'm Janelle Crispin for 880 ESPN New York.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
All right, 800-919-3776. Tons of calls to get through. Let's get through them. Staying on the Giant conversation, Vinny in Staten Island with another side of the Shannon Dable conversation. Hey, Vinny.
What's up, guys? That guy just took the words out of my mouth. In 8 games, Daniel Jones has figured it out. It's amazing. It's coaching. Dable and Shane got to go. They made monumental mistakes with the Thibodeau Evan Neal draft. You had Evan Neal, you had Saquon Barkley, Daniel Jones. Couldn't figure it out with those two guys, but Indianapolis, Philadelphia, both of those guys are MVP candidates. And I just want to touch on one Jets thing. The Jets' average age of all their star players on offense is 24 years old. Justin Fields can do this. They have to get an offensive mind in there. They're not going to get rid of Aaron Glenn, but don't go out and get a number one quarterback in the draft, because that's only going to blow up in their face again. Thank you, guys. Have a nice day.
Thanks, Vinny.
Thank you for the call. I'll say this, Vinny.
I think you got to take a quarterback if you get the one or two.
Yeah, if they're up that high, unless, let me just say this. If you don't love a quarterback and there's a position player like a left tackle or there's someone out there you love.
Well, you have your left tackle.
Well, right. In that case, but what about someone up front on defense?
I understand, like an edge rusher.
Someone who's worthy.
And if you could trade back and get extra picks, is what you're saying?
If you don't love
someone,
don't force it.
But you know what the scary part is? You might not love them. Somebody might will. You trade out of that, they take that quarterback,
and
he
that
becomes
works
a star.
out, and you look.
You know what that does?
Well, you can't worry about everything.
You can't,
if you
but
take the wrong one.
You got to know. You better know.
Then you better know.
You gotta know.
I always bring up the analogy. Ernie, of course, he knew.
Yeah.
He wanted Eli, made the trade, he had conviction. If you've got conviction on somebody and you fail, all right, it'll cost you your job, but at least follow your heart. Don't do it because the fans want it. Don't do it because you're getting pressure from the media. If there's a quarterback you like, you get him at all costs. As much as it ended up being maybe the wrong move by Gettleman, he felt something in Daniel Jones. It's starting to age well for him because now Daniel Jones is finding it. But he took him at 6. Everybody mocked him, but that was his job, and that was his conviction, and he went with it. Now, the one thing I'll leave out is Barkley, because Barkley was here. Barkley had success here, but the team wasn't ready for his success. Philadelphia was ready. They needed a running back, so the success that Barkley's having in Philadelphia was not going to happen with the Giants. Not now. Maybe someday, but not now.
So are you saying that
Jones is definitely something that makes them look bad.
So on the Jets side, should they or should they not trade Breece Hall? Because you watch him last week, you've seen some moments this season where he does look like a guy that can carry an offense. But too many times this season, they haven't really utilized him the right way, and the line hasn't been able to give him enough lanes. But he looked like a star yesterday.
I have 2 questions before I can answer that.
Okay.
Now, the first one is, do I plan on paying him? If I don't trade him, is he part of my long-term plan? If my plan is not to pay him, then by all means trade him.
Well, it's the timing thing, like you said.
Something for him.
Are they in line for a guy like that to pay him what he would get in the market versus trading him to a team that needs a guy like that to help them get over the top because they're ready for it?
Right. The other thing is, what am I getting for him?
Yes.
You know, if you're telling me I'm going to get a 5th-round pick, then no, that seems silly. If I'm getting a 2nd-round pick, well, I'd have to think about it.
Okay.
But if I don't plan on keeping him, that's why the Giants were silly not to trade Saquon. The plan was not to keep him. Let him walk. Well, they could have traded him.
Well, we know the story that the owner said no.
Right, the owner said no. But here, I don't think the owner would get in the way. Now you got to just say, listen, if he's not my part of my long-term plans, I'm planning on not paying him a lot. Remember, you could have paid him, but you decided to give Sauce a contract. You decided to give Wilson a contract, not him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm leaning on the side of maybe they don't intend on paying him. And if that's the case, then by all means get something for him. Because if there's somebody that's going to want to pay him, then he walks and you don't get anything for him.
Ben and Selden on the Giants. What's up, Ben?
Hey, devastated Giants fan. Hi, guys. Love the show, by the way.
Thanks, man.
Devastated Giants fan. I mean, the neighbor's injury really hurt. This was like ripping our heart out. You know what I mean? My brother and I were talking about it. I mean, he called over to the other radio station, but, you know, you guys are my guys, so I got to call in.
Appreciate you.
You can't throw you can't throw a wrench in Dart's development right now. That's the only reason you got to put them on the same timeline, Dable on the same timeline, extend them for a couple of years so they're all on the same timeline with their contracts. But you can't mess them up right now. As weird as it is, let him have another defensive coordinator hire. I mean, maybe 3rd time, 4th time's a charm, whatever. But you can't do that to what he's been doing right now.
Donnie?
That's an awful risk to take. 2 more years. So that means that, you know, now you've got next year and 27. And if he's not the right guy, you're digging yourself even a deeper hole. Now, the development I get, and development of a quarterback is important, but once the quarterback is developed, now you got to go win with him. And is he the guy to help this team win? A third defensive coordinator. Do you bring Kafka back? Because if you're going to bring Dable back, you got to bring the offensive coordinator back for the continuity standpoint. Is he the right guy? Again, I'm not saying the caller's wrong, but I'm not saying he's right either.
Yeah.
And we do have the luxury, guys, of what? 9 more games here. Right? Is that I'm doing the math correct?
That's right. You nailed it.
9 more games to see what it looks like.
There's a lot more football to watch. Unfortunately, you can make the case that it's not going to look the same because he's missing some key pieces that would help him in the offense. And you can make the argument that, there are drops that wouldn't be drops if there was neighbors there, or there are runs that would have been bigger runs if they had like there's a lot of reasons that you could make to push back, which probably makes it harder to judge. Stamatis in Astoria. You're up next, Stamatis.
Hey, what's up, gentlemen? How you doing?
All right.
All right, so here's my take. I really believe it's time to let this go. All right, I've been a big Dable supporter. I just think it's time to let it go. Everything that he's done has been nothing since that one run that he had. Nothing to show for it other than losses and a losing atmosphere all the time with nothing but excuses. So my thing, I think that the best bet is you got to move on from everybody, start fresh. My opinion, I think you bring in championship caliber pedigree coaching. If you could bring in a Gruden and maybe an Antonio Pierce as defensive coordinator, something of that nature, and then all of a sudden you got, here's my analogy, I think something like that will do for the Giants what hiring Thibodeau did for the Knicks, where you just change the whole, just flip it on its ear, and you have a guy that knows how to win, that knows what it takes to win, that's won a Super Bowl, and Pierce has got the Giants pedigree as well. Something like that has to happen here because you can't keep going with the same thing. 15 straight losses in a row at one point. We haven't won a road game in a year. There's too much losing, man. And as a Giants fan, I'm at my wit's end with it. I was devastated yesterday, obviously, with the Scatterbo injury. But it's just time to get a different voice and a different leadership that's going to allow us to feel confident that we're going to win more than we're going to lose.
Hey, Don, can you, as a Giants fan, handle what would come with, and I don't even know if John Mara could, what would come with being the first team to bring Gruden back into the league?
I'm not even worried about that. Although New York is a huge market. Like the Ducks were able to bring Quinville because it's the Anaheim Ducks.
Yeah.
Would the Rangers be able to bring in Quinville? Probably not.
They wanted to, I thought, right?
There was conversation about it. Not, I guess, when was it? Was it Gallant?
Mm-hmm.
It was going back a way. But it's tough in the market because there will be pushback. And John Mara is sensitive to his season ticket holder fan base, right? We saw that with the letters that he received from season ticket holders during the whole Kaepernick situation. So he would get pushback. I don't think Mara would do it for that reason. For me, we talked about this the other year. It's been a while since John Gruden has been able to build a championship caliber team. We're talking like 20 years.
It's funny. Name 2 guys that were with the Raiders and there wasn't great success when they were both. Either one of them.
I know they were both with a completely poisoned, horrible franchise.
Yeah,
but whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't think Gruden's the answer, and I don't think Mara would go there.
Okay. Let's continue talking to the people. Let's go to Joseph in Floral Park. Joseph.
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
Good.
Listen, I'm a Bills fan. I don't want to, complain since we just crushed Carolina, but I'm thinking big picture here. So when, Kansas City beats the Bills in the playoffs for, the 4th straight time,
yeah,
is it time for the Bills to finally cut McDermott? Because I'm getting sick of him. I think he's a defensive guy. I want Chucky here. I mean, Chucky up in Buffalo would be amazing. He'd go through tables, man. I mean, I want Gruden up in Buffalo.
Yeah,
if not Gruden, maybe Cliff Kingsbury. But, and one last thing, if I can, about the Rangers, if I can do a little rant with Donnie Pucks over there.
Go for it.
Okay.
Don, this team is god-awful, okay? They need to do – why is Gabe Perreault not on this team? Why is Barard not on this team? Why do I got to see Connor Sheary, who won a cup 10 years ago with Sullivan, who's washed up on this team? Listen, I know that guy Tyler Radish had a hat trick, but he's another guy that's taking up space. What are they doing, Don? I mean, they're Mika Zibanejad he was the guy they should have traded instead of Kreider. Kreider's killing it in Anaheim. Like, Drury is a god-awful GM. What are they doing? I know Dolan's clueless because he gave Glenn Saver the contract forever. Is he doing the same thing with Drury? Because this guy's lost, man. He doesn't know how to build a team. I'm sorry.
To defend
This team has
Chris,
been backwards and lost to Florida.
if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. All right? So that's the problem is they're not committed to either one. Are you all in? Because if you're all in, then let's start trading people and let's change the face of the team and bring in some veteran guys that can go out there and win a cup with Igor Shesterkin, Adam Fox, and JT Miller leading the way. Or are you rebuilding and bringing up the kids and start moving some of these contracts out? But if you're not doing either of those things, you're standing still. And if you're standing still in sports, people are going to be blowing by you.
But do fans know?
That's what it looks like to me, Alan. It looks like to me. Again, I'm not in it like I was.
But I get it. But one thing I will say, though, is don't you think they would have moved Zibanejad if he didn't have the ability to say no?
No, but just don't make it about, Zibanejad. It has to be just about, like, the whole philosophy of what are we doing here as far as, like, you let Kreider go, okay, but I think you just need to look deeper. Do I continue to add hoping?
Is the Kreider move a way to get Zibanejad to look around and think, all right, I see what's going on here.
Yeah,
okay,
probably.
I'll move on. I'll accept a trade to wherever.
Probably, but
then you got to get somebody to
conversation.
Yeah, and then you got to get somebody to say, I'll take that contract.
Or it's difficult to eat money now with the cap and all that.
Right.
But you're also looking at, all right, what direction am I going in with some of the like Connor Sheary? All right, that's not bad. Listen, the Devils picked up Luke Glendening in the same kind of deal, and he's excelling on the fourth line for the Devils. All right, so maybe that was a bad selection. Maybe you got to do better finding somebody there. You went and brought in JT Miller. Was that, when you look at it, that seemed like the right move at the time? Make it about him. But if you're not moving forward, then what is JT Miller going to help? Are you in on Panarin, or are you out? Are you going to give him a contract, or are you going to trade him?
I just feel like guys like him, and we mentioned Zibanejad, I just feel like this is a slower process, but I do think the intention is to move on from that older core that had success but wasn't able to get to the top of the mountain. But it's not easy. It's not as simple as cutting a player. It's not that easy.
No, it's
because
not.
of the cap and because of guaranteed contracts, because of no trade clauses. It's really tough to move on. Some guys you got to let melt off, like Panarin, let him walk, and maybe somebody at the trade deadline will say, "Oh, I'll take him as a mercenary." And other people like Zibanejad, that you just got to make it obvious to him, like, "Listen, man, we're not really about you."
But that's why I'm not ready to throw Chris Drury out, because he didn't give Zibanejad that contract. That he didn't give him the no movement clause.
Yeah,
so. But the problem is because it's Madison Square Garden, and they want to make the playoffs after missing it last year. Let's hold on to Panarin. Maybe we catch lightning in a bottle here, and in the last year of his deal, he catches fire, and we got a chance to do something. And then if he's not at the trade deadline, we'll deal him. But maybe that decision's got to be made sooner than later.
And maybe
realize that maybe we're not a playoff team. Let's get something now rather than a deadline when we'll get less, because then it'll be March.
Yeah.
But you also have to talk to him, because there's places he's not going to want to go. So his hands are tied here, but you're not rebuilding. You're not all in because of the cap and because of the guys that you can't get out of. So you're really betwixt and between, and when you're stuck there in the middle, then you're not going anywhere. Like I said, if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards, and it just feels like they're moving backwards. Now, it's early. You're only 10 games into the season. Let's not get ridiculous. Right now, the Utah Mammoth are tied with the Devils for the best record in the NHL.
Ever since the mascot.
So it's still very, 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 very early.
Right.
But it looks a lot like it did last year, despite the new coach and different players.
Well, it's getting late to be early on our show. We've got calls 800-919-3776. We'll continue with those. ENN at 6. Stay with us. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a Jet touchdown. That's a Jet touchdown.
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
The fall is here and Halloween's right around the corner, which means the cold weather is coming. And that's why now's the time to fill up with Romeo's Fuel. Fill up before it gets too cold. Now is the best time because prices are still so low. Romeo's Fuel makes it easy for you to keep your house comfortable and warm in the coldest months. Get discount home heating oil from the best in the business. Order online at romeosfuel.com for the best and lowest price on home heating oil. That's romeosfuel.com, romeosfuel.com, romeosfuel.com.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
This October, the only thing scarier than missing the game is missing out on a brand new Kia. At Kia City of the Bronx, 3505 Connor Street is where the ghosts of old rides get traded in and new legends are born. They've got a monster lineup of new Kias that'll take you from tailgates to haunted houses in style. Visit KiaCity.com or call 646-917-7955. Don't get spooked, get moving. Kia City of the Bronx, where Halloween meets horsepower.
Ballybet Sportsbook. Yo, Ballybet stacked for football season. When it comes to sportsbook apps, it's undefeated. Ballybet. Check out that brand new Parlay Zone. Here's the kickoff. Build your bets and place them right on your phone. What? Live bets, daily boosts, and promos. Increase your odds so you can win more dough. Touchdown! Ballybet's the play. Make game day more fun and download it today. Must be 21 plus, New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Ballybet Sportsbook and Casino. Download it.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. This one's for the flavor fanatics. Sour apple 5-hour energy shots don't mess around. They bring the bite. Tart, tangy, and packed with tasty caffeine, this little 2-ounce bottle punches above its weight. With zero sugar and as much caffeine as your favorite 12-ounce coffee, it's the kind of pick-me-up that keep your taste buds happy without the crash. And it doesn't stop at sour apple. There are 17 bold flavors waiting for you to discover. Pick one up in store or stock up online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon today.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team. Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
Hey guys, Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time,
It's Tully time.
It's Tully time.
It sure is.
Yes.
As Peter would say, bet your ace.
That's right.
How you feeling about tonight? Monday Night Football, commies at the Chiefs. They're right there in the fully operational Death Star. What do we got? Was it 10.5?
10.5. Loving my guys. Everyone's sleeping on us. This is when you want. These are the kind of
backup
games.
quarterback, defense completely compromised physically.
Professional backup quarterback.
Yeah, professional.
He's
won games for the Commanders.
I think it's singular.
No.
This season?
No.
Oh,
This year
season,
he's 1-1.
This is not the first time that they've had to use him.
He's 1-1 this year. Let me just say this though. They lost to Atlanta in a game in which his offense put up 27 points. It's not like he didn't show up.
Got you.
He wasn't amazing. He
so
was
once
good.
again, compromised defense.
Who, the team?
Yeah.
Our team?
Yeah.
No. Our defense has not been good.
Not
That part's a concern.
And playing Atlanta guys is almost like you don't know who your opponent is coming up Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
Unreal.
I think that was the good Atlanta.
So true.
I think.
They another team that just set me off this weekend.
We're going to play game roulette. You show up to the stadium and that's who we're playing.
Game 3 also tonight, World Series.
Hey.
That'll follow us right here on 880 at 7 p.m. And also, if you want to take in some hoops, the Nets are going to Houston to take on the Rockets at 8. So you have that as well if you want to watch that. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly.
Who scares you the most to play? Like, as a fan, I know it's hard to ask you, Alan, because
everyone.
You don't have a team to.
Because even the bad teams scare me because, oh my God, we're going to lose to a bad team.
Right.
Like everybody scares me.
Don, who's scared? The Giants are like they put up at least like an average performance on occasion. Well, who scares you the most? Is this the scariest team to play? Because I think I scare
Chiefs,
the Eagles. I think scare me more actually.
They're right there. Chiefs look like they have it a little bit more together.
Buffalo doesn't scare you, though?
No, I haven't played them in a long time. Buffalo's
caller's not crazy
bad.
though.
When we played Buffalo's bad.
That caller was not. If Buffalo loses again,
falls
falls short again, don't you think at some point
it might be time.
They got to make a change?
Oh no, I would.
Like your work was done here. You turned us into an elite franchise, but you can't win the big one. So we need somebody else.
Everyone would have understood if they fired him last year.
But
who would have pushed back?
That's a good point. Yeah.
Listen, Buffalo could be the place for Gruden, but is he the answer?
Guys, can we stop? Can we
I don't know why everybody's so.
It's like Michael and Buck Showalter.
But wait,
sometimes you got to move on.
But can I point something out though?
I love Buck.
Didn't Gruden win his Super Bowl with Tony Dungy's team?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And that was 2002.
It was like the next year.
And he had some moments with the Raiders, but I don't think he's had a winning record in a long time. I know he's doing some great stuff in the media now.
I love that stuff. Yeah.
And he's got personality and all that, so I can understand a fan base getting excited because it's not some coordinator you never heard of coming in here and being unknown. But
it's a guy.
It's a guy.
The head coach thing is hard because you can't help but think of the names you know. But the truth is, the next best coach out there for you is someone you're not thinking about.
Yeah.
No one thought Sean McVay, and I was like, I desperately want Sean McVay.
No, Boy Wonder? No.
Yeah, no one
You
thought
saw him
that.
walk in, you're like, what is this, the equipment manager? Who's this dude?
And I know he hasn't won the big one, but Kyle Shanahan's taken multiple teams to the Super Bowl now.
He's really
good.
He's good.
He'll get the big one one day.
Yeah,
but the
LaFleur's
best
good.
team in football has Andy Reid.
Yep.
All right, so he's a recycled coach. So is there anybody out there? Could Tomlin get cut loose in Pittsburgh if this thing goes south?
Now let's keep something in mind with Tomlin. They haven't won a playoff game in, what, a decade?
Forever.
In a long. Well, he's
and losing last night, that's not a good look.
No.
Tough loss.
Defense wasn't good.
But
they
took
penalties. They were undisciplined. Like there's a lot of things there that do put some. And I'm a big fan of Mike Tomlin. Again, all the praise in the world about him as a man. But when you talk about this guy as a disciplinarian coach and his teams play hard, there's a lot of evidence lately of guys in the locker room doing what they want, feeling like they can go places.
Over years,
that has been going on there.
Yeah.
And the cracks in the foundation are lack of discipline on a team that has a coach that everybody thinks is a true disciplinarian.
So we're probably over the top in our praise for him, just as I think the fans of the Steelers are over the top that he stinks and that you get rid of him.
I agree.
Now, I think leaning more towards the Steeler fan is that maybe it's getting stale there. You've been there for a long time, and because you haven't been able to have success in the postseason, maybe just kind of wearing thin, going someplace
New
to
message.
a team that's not used to winning. That could be where he could still be a good coach, but time is starting to run out there in Pittsburgh. It's been a long, long time. I can understand everybody just saying, you're a good coach, but it's time.
You think it's like a place when he goes to a place that desperately needs the message that he's used to delivering, but in Pittsburgh it's kind of become recycled or the same sound, and they're turning it off.
Now, the interesting thing is, like, the Giants, who are not used to winning, you welcome in a Tomlin. Yeah, give me 9-10 wins a year. I'll take that.
Right.
Let's kind of build it back up.
I mean,
but
the
if you're
Thibodeau
Buffalo, is Tomlin the guy that's going to get you over the top in Buffalo? Since he hasn't won in such a long time, so listen, horses for courses, right? Like, not everybody's perfect in the perfect place, but I do think Tomlin on a losing team would work. On a winning team, I'm not 100% sold. Now, the one thing I am sold on, there's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda.
Tell me why.
It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50, or lease for $219 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SN390557. MSRP $32,455. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per $1,000 financed. Ends 10/31/25.
ENN next.
Oh, yeah, baby.
The two greatest words in sports.
Come on now.
Don Hahn, Rosenberg, ESPN, New York.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Now let's take a look at the roads with Janelle Crispin.
Thanks, guys. You have to watch it in Westchester on the Cross County Parkway in Mount Vernon, eastbound at the Hutchinson River Parkway. There's a vehicle fire. One lane is blocked. And on the New York State Freeway in Spring Valley, southbound into the Garden State Parkway connector, exit 14A, we've got a crash on the shoulder causing delays. Now, getting out of town at the GW Bridge, if you use the lower deck, there's a disabled vehicle blocking the right lane about mid-span. Inbound, not bad. Out at the Lincoln Tunnel, delays running about 15 to 20. And at the Holland Tunnel, 20 to 30. And inbound at the Holland Tunnel, there are delays from 1 and 9 running about 10 to 15 minutes. And it's all jammed up in Queens on the LIE eastbound, the BQE out to Maurice Avenue. That's because of road construction emergency. 2 lanes are closed. I'm Janelle Crispin for 880 ESPN New York.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $40 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
Your fantasy roster is set. The smack talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is an ENN Special Report. Now reporting...
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Hello?
Hello.
Awesome.
Hi.
Great.
Welcome to ENN.
Ray-Ro.
You ever watch YouTube?
Damn right you ever watch YouTube. I'd like to start off this big, and when I say big, I mean gigantic, ENN, by saying good evening to Don.
We're honoring garbage.
And to Alan.
He walks with it, he swings it, talks it, and he blows people out.
Wow.
Oh, my.
Good evening to myself. Nope, good evening to Alan.
Let me just squeeze it. Here, open your mouth, but stay like 10 feet away from it.
Wow, that's something.
Good evening to myself.
Kid Saki!
Yeah.
HR wants a word.
Good evening to myself.
I'm sitting there with my mouth open as a strange man sprays liquid into my mouth.
Let me just squeeze it. Here, open your mouth, but stay like 10 feet away from it. We have had a day.
I get it.
A lot.
What was that?
Me saying I get it at a really high pitch? I don't know why. I don't know why.
Right.
Hey, guys, what was that?
Right.
ESPN New York is giving you guys an unbelievable opportunity, okay? The chance to experience UFC 322 at Madison Square Garden on November 15th. One grand prize winner and a guest will score tickets to the ESPN New York suite hosted by me, Peter Rosenberg. You can enjoy the energy of the garden, the comfort of the private suite, beautiful bathroom, by the way, and world-class UFC action alongside one of New York's biggest sports personalities. Oh, yeah, I mean me.
Did you write that?
Sure, no. To enter, find the contest tile on the ESPN New York app to submit your entry. It's brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of UFC. What I would have said is, as much as I love UFC, trust me, there's no way I really want to enjoy it more than in the privacy of a suite. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I mean, listen, I love the fans. But I love it even more in that private suite.
When you're separated from them?
Just a bit.
From the people?
You can look over to your left and go, and you can look down there and go,
oh, look, there they are, fans.
Sure.
But they can't get to me.
Oh, wait, and I can just go have a drink right here at the bar that we have in the suite. Oh, and I'll use the bathroom right here. Okay.
Oh, look at that. That's
how you do it. I got to tell you guys, that's living. So that's what you have the chance to win here.
Big stuff.
It's going to be a time. And by the way, it's UFC, so you never know. Trump may show up, which means maybe me and a guest will go down and meet the 45th and 47th president together. Can you imagine that? The moment?
Well,
I can imagine that.
I thought the picture of you and Sid Rosenberg was something.
Can you? Me and Trump. Trump and Trump. Two of my favorite people. So you never know what'll happen. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good show.
I'd want to make that happen.
That would be something.
It would be something.
The photo would be something.
Something.
Now, if that photo happened, like I'm walking and we bump into each other, like we're literally almost right into each other, and I'm notoriously, like, when I get thrown into situations, I have to admit I'm like notoriously polite. Mm-hmm. I'm always going to be very polite, even if I were to have, let's say, some disagreements with someone.
Right.
Now, I bump into said person, and we end up shaking hands. Hey, pleasure to meet you. Would you take that photo? Would it be framed right behind me every day on the show?
It would. It probably would be
the logo of the show.
Right. We'd blow that one up, put it right on the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We might get it autographed.
That would be something for the ages. You
that would be.
So you never know if you win. Now, guys.
I'm here with my family.
Well, not so much.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. It's all over for Brian Kelly.
And his Southern accent.
Yeah, I guess it's done. LSU has fired Brian Kelly. Scott Woodward, the great athletic director, announced on Sunday night. Sunday's really become the day of college football news. Talks regarding the terms of his departure are continuing. The school said in a statement he's owed around $54 million.
What?
I got to tell you, Don.
Amazing.
No, it pays to suck as a college football coach. There's nothing better than sucking as a college football coach.
Well, you have to get the contract first.
Right, you had to be
then
good.
Suck.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to be fake good somewhere else, get that job, make them pay you a boatload of money, guaranteed, then suck enough to be fired so you can just do nothing while collecting that money off the backs of a public school.
You see, Don, it's like the suck cut. It sucks and it cuts. So it's not just a catchy name.
But it is catchy. And the other thing, too, with this guaranteed
General
contract
soreness.
is that you could tear it up right in the school's face and go to another school.
Yeah.
Well, let's start.
Do whatever you want.
Let's talk to Paul Feinbaum. Was it the right move for LSU to fire Kelly?
Absolutely. Not only did they lose on the field, he lost in the locker room. I don't think he had anybody believing him anymore, and he certainly didn't have anybody in the stands believing him because they were all gone by the end of the game. But the most important person that didn't believe in him, interestingly, wasn't his boss, but it was the governor of the state of Louisiana, who managed to get in the middle of this because they have an interim president. They had a meeting yesterday. He decided, the group of them decided Kelly had to go. $54 million is a lot of money. Interestingly, Greeny, Scott Woodward, who hired Kelly and allowed him to have that $54 million buyout, also hired Jimbo Fisher at Texas A&M, who got a $76 million buyout.
I'm here with my family.
Imagine the governor being that invested.
Oh, yeah.
In
one of the most important things going on in Louisiana, right?
Honestly, what else are they doing?
What else really is there to worry about in Louisiana?
Well,
it's going really well.
It's good, but that was embarrassing on Saturday night.
Yeah, this is not what you want. But at least we'll always have.
I'm here with my family.
What a moment that was.
Now, what the hell's going on with your boy Shedeur Sanders over there, Alan, in Cleveland Town?
Back issue, not available to play or at least be backup. But, I mean, there is some concern about that position because they're just not getting good quarterback play.
I know.
And Dylan Gabriel had his chance.
Yeah, or as I call him, Gillen Gabriel.
Sure. And nobody would even correct you because they wouldn't know any better.
No, nor do they care.
But is there at all a world where the Browns just go, all right, what the hell?
Well,
give him a look, but he's got a back issue.
Listen, I'm glad you said that because Stefanski was asked about Shedeur's injury and could he start after the bye week.
He obviously came in Saturday with his back injury. We were hopeful that he'd be able to move around well enough to suit up on Sunday, but put him through a pregame warm-up, and obviously just didn't feel like he was ready to play, Mary Kay. But he's getting better every day, and I'm hopeful that he'll continue to improve.
And if I can ask a super quick follow-up on that, why wouldn't you, just to see if it does anything to the offense, give him an opportunity to go in there and play?
Yeah, obviously my focus is where we are right now, Mary Kay. That's not my focus.
Well, but hold on. No. Your focus should be on where you are right now. Where you are is a team that
sucks.
Offensively is real. Dylan Gabriel was 21 to 35. He had 150 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, QBR of 18.
Yeah, that's not good.
18. It's double digits at least.
And you have and Myles Garrett, by the way, playing out of his mind.
I know. This
guy should be an MVP, and instead, he's just dominating on a really bad team. It's sad.
And the Cleveland did keep it close there for a while. 9-7 at the half, they were down, and then a 21-point third quarter for an MVP candidate in Drake May, 18 to 24, 282 yards, 3 touchdowns and a pick.
It's just it's painful.
All right, this sucks. They are back. Get used to it, baby.
We got breaking news from Adam Schefter.
Is it about the Commanders getting a kicker tonight?
No. Ravens head coach John Harbaugh said he expects Lamar Jackson, who has missed the past 3 games due to a hamstring injury, to play Thursday at Miami.
So I guess that was that ultimately what the decision was?
So he was questionable, and then they thought, let's play him Thursday, and we don't want to play him Sunday in a short week, so that's got to be what it was about.
That's what they took a look at him and said, he's just about there, but
in a short week,
so, Shefty also said on McAfee today that the Commanders are just being uber safe with Jaden Daniels and that they may keep him out on Sunday Night Football next week against Seattle as well.
That's the Sunday night game?
Yeah.
Wow. Can we flex yet, or is it too early?
Well, you don't want Mariota versus Darnold on Sunday Night Football?
I'll take the Darnold side of it. I'll watch.
Whoa! Really?
I'm just kidding.
Aww.
But it's interesting because it is the right move with Daniel.
Oh yeah, over conservative.
You've got the hamstring and the knee on the other side. Don't just let that guy get right.
Yeah.
Stay in it, and if you're in December and you're still in the fight, then you're in the right place.
Yeah, it's unfortunately for me.
Long-term battle.
It's the right thing. So if they thought, for example, he might have even been okay to go tonight, they just didn't want to, and then they wait another week to be sure. Let's say he comes back and that worked and he's actually really feeling good. In the end, he'll end up playing 12 of 17 games.
Probably.
And you feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
Why? There's no need
because for
to
some
push.
reason fans are always about right now and he has to play, and if you lose this game, everything goes the wrong way. No.
You don't know.
It's really a long season and there's still a ton of games left to be played.
And you don't want to talk like this, but I mean, even with him playing against Kansas City, you may not win.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So, is this the week? I mean, I said this the other day, and I really meant it going to Monday Night Football tonight. I would have rather had Marcus Mariota playing with Debo and Terry than have Jaden playing without Terry and Debo.
Well, of course.
Because there was nothing you could do without those guys back. So now you can rest him. You have a quarterback who's serviceable. You get your weapons back. You see what you can do. And if you get blown out of the water tonight anyway, you probably know you wouldn't have been able to get it done. Now, maybe you come up just short tonight and you think, if we had 5 playing, we would have gotten over the top. But
you can't worry about that. This Commander's Update brought to you by...
by the way, how did the Commander signed a kicker?
Chase Pizza.
They come in, it's Lito's Pizza. The Commander signed a kicker today.
Yep.
How is it that these NFL GMs continue to drop the ball with kickers? Do they not think it counts?
They get hurt so easily.
But so exactly.
So was he a practice squad guy or what was he?
Who
they signed?
No. They went and added someone to the practice
so
squad.
He was
they didn't have
coaching
anyone.
high school and they just brought him in?
Yeah, he wasn't playing.
Yeah, they had to know. Well, look, kickers get hurt and they get hurt at the oddest times. You just got to be ready. You got to have somebody available to kick a ball.
Don,
unlike the Giants who will just go, oops, we'll just use our punter.
Well, I just want to know, is there any equivalent in life to showing up and doing a job like being a punter who's not on a team and then shows up at Monday night and is like, hey, you guys playing the best team in the world?
Yeah.
I'll kick for you.
Rip a dart, flick it, just punt one.
I mean, it's
right.
I guess
what's it, Monday night? No, I got to shift at B-dubs tonight. I'm not going to be able to make it.
It kind of be like the E-Bug having to play a playoff game in the NHL. It's that you might have to kick the game-winning field goal, and you weren't even in the league 5 minutes ago. I don't even know if there's an equivalent.
Look,
it's a fun story.
Travis Kelce arriving to the game. I see a tip-hop Travis tonight. You never know these days what you're going to get. You're going to get.
You know you're going to get annoying, Travis.
Wow. Why? What happened to his long hair and the mustache thing?
Well,
he's already back to the fade?
Listen, it depends on the week. Sometimes you get country Travis. Yeah. Sometimes you get hip-hop Travis.
Yeah,
you don't know.
He went back to the fade with the Ray-Bans. And
they role play.
Oh, yeah.
Well, again, she's got a hankering for.
Oh.
You think we got her tonight on Monday Night Football?
She's got a couple of songs about him.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
We know about the song.
Yeah. Now that I've checked the lyrics, you put me up to that.
I told you that. I said, you want your daughters listening to this filth?
No, but my wife likes it, which is good.
Which tells you something.
That feels like a drop. But is your wife the biggest fan in the house? Is one of the daughters?
Well, yeah, she is more than the girls are.
Really?
The girls have kind of moved on.
Oh, good.
They've moved on.
Yeah, good for them. But
meaningful lyrics are special.
I have not loved what I've heard from the lyrics on this album. Some weird. It's kind of heelish. She kind of became
You
like
think so?
heelish. Yeah, she's like singing about like designer brands and like it just sounds like I thought she was like woman of the people vibe.
Yeah, I don't know.
But listen, everyone changes. Everyone's entitled to change.
I've only paid attention to 2 songs.
Well, let me
I
guess.
was told
One is
to.
called Wood.
Yeah.
Here comes the happy.
In fact, it's the name of my hardwood. It's the new hardwood theme song.
Is
You
it
heard
the
it?
theme song?
Peter Rosenberg's hardwood pick of the night.
That's amazing. I like that. That's very good. Who made that? Pusick? Is that a Pusick vehicle?
Take a
well
bow.
done, Anthony. Put him on the YouTube. Make sure you get some FaceTime. Let the people see him. You know, in the morning, the guys in the studio are on constantly. RJ and Ray.
Yeah.
They're on constant.
Well, they've got built-in things, right?
Excuse me?
Because RJ does the stuff you missed,
right?
And then Ray does the 3 stars. Like, so they're given stuff to do.
So our guys, are you just saying our guys don't want to do anything?
No. I was just searching for some hardwood.
Oh.
No, if you got to search, then why?
Hey, and there's nothing. Boy, you want to talk about some ugly games tonight? I mean,
I drive a Dodge Stratus.
my Celtics are going to probably drop to 0-4, and they're at New Orleans tonight.
No.
Clown
But it's
show.
It's a back-to-back, second of a back-to-back.
Oh, they played. That's right. They did. They lost last night to
Gobbledygook.
who? There was somebody that
Detroit. Who'd they lose last night?
Was it Detroit?
They lost to Detroit last night.
You know what? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'll tell you what. If Jaylen Brown just keeps the shoe polish off his forehead,
do you see that?
Everything will be fine.
Speaking of Aaron Boone,
oh,
I didn't tell you.
Did he
guys
just say
up front.
speaking of Aaron?
Well, because they
Because
played
he played the drop.
So yeah, so I meant to ask. I meant to ask you Friday night.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear back from Boone?
I did.
Oh.
He did text back and say he would love to come on, but he was in Italy.
Oh, see?
So on vacation.
And just never coming back?
No, he didn't say that. He said he'd come on. That means another time, right, Don?
Yeah.
All right.
I got the impression that he'd be open to it if he were around.
So, there's no more Giants Eagles.
Maybe Commies
But
Eagles?
there is a Commies. There's
Me and
2
him
more.
like to
December
talk-
20th.
What is it?
December 20th or January 4th?
No, December
We may be
20th.
going for both. December 20th.
Oh,
is
baseball
Yeah,
meetings?
I think that the 3 of us are all rumors at that point.
Yeah, December
wait.
20th.
I
We
think
might
that's
all.
a very fair bet.
Actually, December 20th, I am absolutely a rumor.
Does Ty or Jake Asman
Yeah.
want to have him on the show?
I wanted to let you guys get there, but you figured it out.
Yeah, so
I completely forgot about that. Yes.
We could just.
That's sad.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe they. I don't know.
You know what? I don't
For
know.
an Eagle playoff game or something. I don't know.
Now, real quick. Oh, yeah, that's right. They'll be before the Eagles playoffs. That'll make sense.
Yeah.
Now, Carson Wentz, sadly, may be calling it a career.
Speaking of rumor.
He goes on the IR now. He's going to undergo season-ending surgery on his left shoulder. Now, he'd been god-awful. I mean, last week was one of – I watched him, and I might have believed his shoulder was not functioning before the game even started.
Can you believe
He
that
was
there
bad,
was a
but
day he
feel
was
bad for him.
considered an MVP?
Dude.
Like a real-life
I'll never
MVP
forget it.
final.
I will never forget the 2017 season.
Unreal.
I went, oh, my God, he is the next coming. His arm strength was insane.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget it. Don, you remember I used to talk about it all the time, that Monday night game? He threw a ball that was like on a wire. And I remember seeing the camera trying to like catch up. I'm not kidding. They didn't even know to capture the speed he put on this ball.
Right.
Like he was special and something happened.
But you wonder, now that Eagle team, he gets hurt on his way to the MVP. But then Nick Foles comes in, wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So was he maybe just the byproduct of a really good football team? And it made him look good?
But he had such a
big arm
he
to
was
win the Super Bowl?
Don, I remember he was playing at such a high level. Like he had full
was,
command,
but he's also
but
on a really good team.
the
He's on a
issues
team that won a Super Bowl with a backup.
Right, but the issues.
No, so it's obviously a great team.
You're right about the team, and it was well coached. Remember, I mean, they had
Doug Peterson.
But the OC was
what's his face?
Sure. Damn, man.
Look what you did.
No, never mind. Frank Reich. So
it's the Philly special to you and me.
Yes. So I remember the issues in Philly about him were that he was still young.
Yeah.
But he needed to be more of a leader. He needed to have more of a presence in the huddle. And when that didn't emerge in the next year, after he came back from the injury, And then it just started to become where guys just started side-eyeing him and seeing him as big talent, big arm talent, all that stuff, but wasn't bringing it in any other areas, including leadership, which is what you're looking for from your quarterback. And so when things weren't going well, he wasn't somebody that could carry him out of the suck. Like, again, that's why you look at Jackson Dart and you see somebody that when things aren't going well, guys are looking at the quarterback like, okay, what are we doing here? They want to believe in you. And Dart has it, but Wentz never had it, and that's hurt him. But now this could be it for his career.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, I mean, he's gotten a few stops here.
What are you looking at?
I was showing you that Xavier Worthy showed up to the building for the Chiefs, and
there's a Kelsey tailgate.
And I was just saying he was wearing. No, it's Jason Kelsey, of course.
Of course.
I was just saying Xavier Worthy was wearing a nice 3-piece suit. Just looked like a gentleman.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I
respected it.
Yeah.
All right, so some NBA news. Good Lord. Welcome to the party, Austin Reeves. I mean, we knew the kid could go, but 51 points, 12 for 22 from the floor, 6 for 10 from 3, 21 of 22 from the line, 51 points, 11 boards, 9 assists. Lakers are 2-1. No LeBron, no Luka, no problem, Alan Hahn.
LeBron who?
Goodness gracious.
I tell you what, it does get to a point in the NBA when you see some of the – like you could make a list of people who have had a 50-point game in the NBA in the last, let's say, 20 years. And you could make a list of guys that might not have ever been all-stars.
Yeah. But he will.
No, he's good. But it is amazing, though, that randomly you can get a 50-point game out of somebody that isn't normally a superstar-level player, just like you just rattled off. He's getting to the line, and he's making his free throws, gets hot from 3, whatever it is. It's crazy, and usually happens early in the season as well. I remember Brandon Jennings had a 50-point game like three games into his entire NBA career, and he's never been the same since. Unbelievable.
By the way,
night.
I wanted to take a moment, too. It was my first time this season to say it. No, to shout out Marcus Smart, who I'm so happy made it out of Siberia, and now he's starting on the Lakers. Like
I wanted him on the Knicks, man.
Oh, he would have been such
a good fit.
Would have
been a great
here.
Piece here.
Oh,
yeah, it would have been a really nice fit here. It's just his moxie, physicality.
What a great piece
willing to
he
do
is.
anything.
And he was
a point guard type guy.
Just being wasted. Like it was just he spent the last year and a half or so in Siberia, Washington for a while.
Well, he was Memphis.
Nothing.
Was he with Memphis? He was always hurt. Then he went to Washington. It was
they're not a real team.
They're not real, and they let him go. And he just I don't think the Knicks had the money for him. There was something that was there, but I had heard he wanted to come to New York.
Oh,
little revenge factor with the old C's.
And not only that, can you imagine how popular he'd be with his fan base? The way he plays.
Oh yeah.
He's a true scrapper.
Yeah.
Ant-Man's out. Anthony Edwards is going to miss 2 weeks with a right hamstring strain, according to Shams Charania.
General soreness.
It's early in the season.
And lastly, guys, the NBA is reassessing its measures on legal sports betting and how it could be regulated. What type of bet should be allowed, the best way to protect players from the risks of gambling, blah, 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 blah.
Not buying it?
Words.
It's not about not buying it. This is what you got to do, right? I'm not saying they don't mean it.
Oh, you mean they're doing like the internal audit and realizing that we need to do better? Look, this is ugly for the NBA, and they know it. And you got to get out, as they say, in front of it and do something that makes it look like you're being proactive about a thing that you see could be developing into a problem. But the damage is already done.
I don't know if you guys are aware tonight.
No.
There's going to be a baseball game, apparently.
They're still playing baseball?
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Is it?
Blue Jays, Dodgers.
Oh, yeah.
Scherzer.
The Dodger Invitational.
Scherzer for the Blue Jays. Glasnow for the Dodgers.
Sure.
That'll do it for ENN on this beautiful Monday evening.
Nicely done. 800-919-3776. We have calls to get to. We did mention a lot of NBA stuff, and I did throw out. We had a couple of Nick calls, but I didn't get to them. So if those want to have any kind of reaction to what we saw, maybe we can too. Is it too soon? Don loves the 1 out of 82. We love doing that.
Oh, yeah, we do that.
But just, we've gotten one weekend, a little taste of what this new offense looks like. What do we think? And also, what do we think about the Giannis stuff that we know will hover over this team for the entire season? They will go into Milwaukee and face Giannis and the Bucks tomorrow night. So we can get into that. 800-919-3776. The Jets and, of course, the Giants as well. Stay with us. Don Hahn, Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
This October, the only thing scarier than missing the game is missing out on a brand new Kia. At Kia City of the Bronx, 3505 Connor Street is where the ghosts of old rides get traded in and new legends are born. They've got a monster lineup of new Kias that'll take you from tailgates to haunted houses in style. Visit KiaCity.com or call 646-917-7955. Don't get spooked, get moving. Kia City of the Bronx, where Halloween meets horsepower.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a Jet touchdown. That's a Jet touchdown.
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Let me tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. They remodeled the bath by my pool. They converted a tub into a shower. The result is amazing. Bath Fitter offers all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, and durable with no demo or mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement, plus a lifetime guarantee. Right now, you get no money down, no payments or interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Ballybet Sportsbook. Yo, Ballybet stacked for football season. When it comes to sportsbook apps, it's undefeated. Ballybet. Check out that brand new parlay zone. Here's the kickoff. Build your bets and place them right on your phone. What? Live bets, daily boosts, and promos. Increase your odds so you can win more dough. Touchdown! Ballybet's the play. Make game day more fun and download it today. Must be 21 plus, New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Ballybet Sportsbook and Casino. Download it.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey, New York soccer fans, the Audi 2025 MLS Cup playoffs are here. Saturday, November 1st, New York City FC returns to Yankee Stadium for Game 2 of their best-of-3 series against Charlotte FC. Kickoff set for 3:30 p.m. For your chance to be there, enter now at ESPNNewYork.com or through the ESPN New York app. Just click the contest tab and submit your entry. Don't miss this opportunity to experience playoff soccer as the boys in blue begin their chase for the cup. Tickets are available now at Ticketmaster.com/NYCFC. One thing, Don, we failed to do in ENN that I was hoping we'd get to but didn't, is bring up the fact that Los Diablos just can't lose when you're on the call. We are at, 8 straight?
8 straight.
8 straight, heading on to a road trip now. So it's going to get tough, right? At Colorado tomorrow night.
Yes.
That's not nothing. Is that like the first? That's a big test, no? Would you call it a big test?
Yeah, to have to face one of the better teams in the league back-to-back nights. They beat them in overtime, but they did blow a 1-goal lead in the third, something they hadn't done in this winning streak. But they get the Jack Hughes goal in overtime and now have to go up against the same team in their barn. And then you got San Jose, which, they're a young team and they're not very good, but they don't know how bad they are.
They score.
They got a bunch of 19, 20-year-olds, and they scored 6 goals against Minnesota, 6 goals against the Rangers. So
the Sharks are basically it's Boston College versus NHL, right? Like it's it's half the Hockey East.
So many good young players.
Yep.
Celebrini's good. Will Smith and Dickinson, and a 19-year-old defenseman that they're getting a chance to play. And then you got the back-to-back Kings Ducks. So we'll see. These are not great teams. They're faced. Denver, I think, is Denver. Colorado is a really good team. McKinnon's one of the best players in the league. The other games, I think the Devils are better, but it's on the road. We'll see. You're not going to win every game, but
when does it start to get crazy? We're okay, let's have everyone's talking about it. Would it be 2 away from that?
Well, they had 13 in a row back in 22, but to start the season 8-1. If they win tomorrow and now you beat the Avalanche twice, it's becoming a thing already. The fans have really gotten excited about this start, but it's starting to become a thing already. It's been a lot of fun. I have nothing to do with it. I'm glad to be on board with it.
Have a lot to do with it.
But,
what are you talking
about? I'm not playing. I'm not blocking shots. They lost Pesci. He didn't make the trip because of.
I think you're more important. I think maybe more important than the player.
He doesn't even realize how important he is. He brings the vibe. It's almost like the players. I think Jack Hughes started out the season slow. Then all of a sudden was like,
let me watch a game on replay.
Hear this guy calling these goals. I want him calling my goals like this.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden a little more
Vibe
locked
check.
in, and then we're in overtime, and stuff like this happens.
Just loses. Nemitz to Jack, who scores! Give me a second chance, and he took advantage. Devils win 4-3. Put a pitchfork in this one. It's 8 in a row.
I mean, seriously.
Wait, hold on.
Chills.
Hold on. This is I got more than chills. I got movement.
Whoa, all right.
I got to move back from the console here. Now, real quick.
That's what that sound was, by the way.
Did they listen to me, Don, and turn the horn down a bit?
I don't think they turned the horn down.
It wasn't as horny.
Maybe the mix is different.
No, that
the
call
mix
was not as horny.
Yeah, I feel horny, but I'm not hearing horny.
Let's try one more time.
You listen to this.
Just loses. Nemitz to Jack, who scores!
That's how it should sound.
Don is a lot louder now than the horn.
He took advantage. Devils win 4-3.
That's how it should. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. More Don, less horn.
That's how I need it. Wow.
Fantastic.
You guys are nice.
Hey, come on. It's not just us. How are the mentions right now? People blowing you up?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, but also a little bit more exposure. I don't know why. McKinnon, I guess I said McKinnon at one point, so I'm getting ripped for that.
Oh, yeah, that sounds bad.
I
you said McKinnon and not McKinnon.
Well, who is this amateur?
Complete hack.
Well, listen, people are going to, they want it done the right way. I do know who Nathan McKinnon is. I do follow hockey.
You sure?
Do you even watch hockey, dude?
Are you watching?
Do you even watch, dude?
Yeah. Are you watching? But, what you want to come out sometimes doesn't in the flow of the game. But, listen, everybody's going to be a critic. But, no, the fans love it. They've been really cool.
Any nudes getting slid your way?
DMs.
No.
Yeah, tell Nancy, keep an eye on those DMs.
Yeah,
now. Lock it down.
You got to keep her in the loop right away.
She needs to know to monitor your social.
Forward it right over.
Don't even let you see it. Just delete right away. It gets a little funny.
Well, I told you the best advice I ever got when I first started working at the Fan. My friend Tim Reed said to me, "That is an awesome job, and you'll never get a woman." And he was right. And I think the same with play-by-play. It's like,
it's so
great
true.
job. It's the dream job of my life. It's not exactly working at Chippendales.
Well, wait a minute. You said never get a woman.
Listen.
You got a woman.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Listen, that's not what he said. He said something else that it's not on brand.
You
can't say it like that.
In other words, though, this is not going to be a job that leads to you. I hear what you're saying.
Well, no, I'm not available. And that's not why I wanted the job.
Well, right, sure. But I'm saying even if you were, God forbid, you get home tonight. Nancy says, hey, I ran into, who's Ryan Sandberg, whatever the guy, whatever random baseball player
Dave Righetti.
Dave Righetti.
Yeah.
She runs into Dave Righetti. And it's over. Don, she pulls the Harlem Night. She calls you, she goes, hey, baby. And he answers, yep. Hey, I'm never coming home.
I'm never coming home.
Right?
Yeah.
Now listen, you're obviously incapacitated. You're in a bad way.
Devastated.
You're the vape ape. You know what I mean? Don starts smoking cigars in the studio.
Right. But then later on in the trip, we get to San Jose.
And exactly. Then
By Wednesday, I'm over it.
Yeah. Who do you think you are, Michael K?
Yeah.
Michael K would go get put up in the first 5-star hotel he could find. He'd be ordering steaks. He'd be going, oh, you know what? You tested me. But anyways, Don, then once you recover, what you're saying is this job wouldn't help you leave being single. That's I think the point.
And that's not the whole motivation behind it. But still, the fans are really excited. I'm excited. It's really it's been a dream.
Jack Hughes, 8 goals, 12 points, 9 games, 2-game winners.
Right.
If he's again, it's always been if he stays healthy. You want to get that? Are we interrupting?
I'm trying, but listen.
No, we got time.
You know what it is? It's Marco's friends. They want to play video games with him. And I took the iPad. So it's like I took my left arm with me to Denver.
I got news for you, Don. Listen, you're doing all right. You got the new gig.
I want to get another iPad.
It might be time. It might. Now, listen, I'm not saying you want the kids to have access to it all the time. That's a parenting decision. But if you're going to be on these trips, Don, you can't leave Nancy iPadless. Now when she needs a break tonight, there's no iPad.
No break.
No. She's got her laptop. She's above iPads.
But the kids don't have something to do.
You don't think the kids want the iPad,
and if they're bored, they're bugging her the whole time.
I'm gone for a week, okay?
Oh,
they've got homework to
Staying
do.
in 5-star hotels.
Yeah.
It's really amazing.
You come home, the look she's going to give you.
Oh, boy.
Are you off today? Good, because you got the kids. I'm going out. Been there.
Don, how nice is the hotel you're in right now?
It's nice. Just think about it, as nice as it could be. It's not nice.
Let's see. Look behind them. I just see an air conditioning grill, an intake.
Winter, spring, summer, fall. How about that?
What's better than a fresh, beautiful 5-star hotel? But you're going to go out tonight. You're not going to stay in and order an ice cream sundae and relax by yourself, right?
No, I think I haven't heard from anybody yet, but I'm going to go out and probably watch the Monday night game.
Yeah.
What is he, Kevin at the Plaza Hotel? Just getting the
Don Alone?
Yeah.
Can someone make the artwork
Don
for Home
Alone?
But no, Home Alone 2. It's Don Alone 2. Because it's when he's at the
Electric
Plaza.
Boogaloo.
Don 2 Electric Boogaloo? Wow. It doesn't even make sense. We combined 2 sequels.
I love it. That's the best sequel.
Boogaloo Shrimp. What was his name?
Bubba Gump?
No, that was no. One of the characters in, because I actually saw
Electric Boogaloo in the theater.
Oh,
in
God.
the theater.
Oh, no, you didn't.
God bless you.
Wow.
By the breaking news, by the way, there's breaking news in the world of sports.
More breaking news.
This is big. The Indiana Pacers We know they're down a bit this year without Tyrese Halliburton.
Yes. Sure.
They have made a way to sign Mac McClung to a multi-year contract.
Slam dunk champion,
That's
Mac
right.
McClung.
Multi-year slam dunk champion.
James Wiseman was waived?
Yeah.
He was coming back from injury. Guess it wasn't working out for him.
Wiseman waived to create roster space, and now, but no, in all seriousness, congrats to Mac McClung. That's pretty cool. He's been fighting out in the G League for a long time.
He's just trying to stay relevant. Good for him. Wow. Well, the Knicks won't see them till December. You see what the league did?
What?
Game 1 against Cleveland, which is supposed to be their rival, right? Yeah. Game 2 against Boston.
Sure.
Early in the season when Boston doesn't want to believe that they're not going to be good. Game 3 in Miami against the Heat. And did you hear about the Knicks? So they were headed to Miami, but their flight was delayed forever because there was some type of complication with the crew, somebody on the crew. And so they didn't get in until like 2 a.m. Now, most of the times you don't get into 2 a.m. in South Beach anyway.
Different situation.
But I'm
you're
just saying,
already
it's a
there.
little different.
Nothing to do with tarmac unless that's the name of the club.
Right. That'd be a hell of a name for a club.
Tarmac.
The Tarmac.
What about the landing strip?
Well, I think
there
that's
you go.
been done.
Got it.
Yeah. But the Tarmac's not bad.
No.
Innuendo.
That's how I felt about landing strip.
That's a little more direct. Anyway, so then they have Giannis tomorrow night. Is there any extra interest in the whole Giannis of it? Because pregame, tons of questions to Giannis about, hey, so it's reported that you only want to play for the Knicks. Hey, it's reported that the Knicks tried to trade for you, blah, blah, blah. Does this stuff matter? No. Or do you feel like it's white noise right now?
I think it's irritating, for a Knicks fan.
Well, I think it's irritating for a Knicks player.
Yeah, it's not like, I don't want to say you don't need him. He's a superstar player. But you're a good basketball team. You're not floundering looking for somebody to save you. So that's going to be irritating. Plus, he's not going to answer any questions, and it's just like, come on, let's focus on us here. Got a good team. Let's get the job done. 2-1 start, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, get a win against Milwaukee, which you should be able to. Win 3 of your first 4, and let's get to work. And if it ever happens one day, it'll happen.
He's playing like out of his mind right now to start the season. And there's extra motivation for him.
Mm-hmm.
So, it just feels like game after game after game to start this season is like, can they get one cupcake? I mean, can they get like one game against a bad team? Because it feels like the start of the season is just everything's a headline game to draw, obviously eyeballs and interest and all that stuff. But if I'm Mike Brown and I'm trying to like figure out the offense and get guys acclimated, like, damn, every game I've got to know I got a killer on the other team that's trying to make a case against the Knicks. They could have won that game in Miami if they could make a shot. They just couldn't shoot. But that's the only reason why last night went the way it went. They couldn't make a shot. Simple as that. I didn't think they played poorly, but it's just funny to me. Like other teams are like, it's like who they playing? Oh, they're playing whoever. Like bad teams. I don't even know who's a bad team right now. But the Knicks aren't playing any of them.
The Nets are a bad team.
They are pretty bad. That's tough.
I'll tell you, but Houston off to a tough start, 0-2.
Yeah, opening night for them wasn't great. But I'm not overly concerned about them. But I like the Lakers playing well without LeBron. And actually, Luka didn't play in that game either. By the way, the big 50-point.
No, I said that. I said no Luka, no LeBron, no problem.
But when does the LA thing start to become a big? You talk about people love stirring up controversies. If they have a good start, it's Luka's team. LeBron doesn't love that.
Oh, but at some point, right? I mean,
it's got to happen at some point.
It's the NBA though. You know how it is. Early in the season, full of drama, because it's too early in the season to really talk about anything else. But we will talk with you about whatever you want to talk about. 800-919-3776. Plenty of calls. Last call crew, as Don LaGreca likes to say. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
D'Agostino, law, bite back. I'm injury attorney John Ryan D'Agostino, nicknamed The Closer, continuing D'Agostino and Associates' legacy of helping the injured for over 35 years. My father, John D'Agostino, built this injury firm to help accident victims.
This is John D'Agostino, and this is a family firm. For us, it's about doing what's right and making sure somebody pays for your pain. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-BITE-BACK.
They call me the closer because big or small, in court or out, I'm fighting to get the job done, to win, to get you every dollar you deserve.
D'Agostino and Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Hey, let me ask you something. Would you seat your 3-year-old child on a windowsill? Would you seat them beside a lit fireplace or by the deep end of a pool? One last question. Would you seat your child in a car seat that's not correct for them? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Secure their future. Seat them in the correct car seat. For more information, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
Sponsored by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Listen, the weather is starting to cool off a little bit and the cold is coming fast. Fill up your oil before the cold sets in. Now's the best time because the prices are still so low. By the time we get to Halloween and early November, you know it's going to be freezing. So make it easy to keep your house comfortable and warm. That's what Romeo's Fuel does. They keep you warm with discount home heating oil. Order online at romeosfuel.com. Now fully serving Nassau and Suffolk, go to romeosfuel.com today. That's romeosfuel.com.
Paul Murray to the net. Score! The New York Islanders are back in action with a brand new theme night schedule you won't want to miss. Bring your friends out for the holidays and take home a custom holiday replica jersey or arrive early for special bobblehead giveaway nights for Matt Barzell and Bo Horvat.
Barzell for Horvat, score!
Explore the full theme night schedule at NewYorkIslanders.com.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom designs that let everyone know who you're rooting for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing stacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN, 1 free year of Perplexity Pro, and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A.
Harry Douglas here. Fellas, it's time to step up your grooming game. Manscaped just leveled up with the Lawnmower 5 and the Chairman Plus, 2 powerhouses built for unmatched precision, comfort, and control. Whether you're cleaning up before a night out, preparing for a big meeting, or getting ready for a game day, Manscaped has the tools to help you look and feel your absolute best. These aren't just old school clippers. They're engineered for modern men who take pride in their daily routine. So upgrade your grooming gear and experience the difference. And now you can find Manscaped products at your local Walmart.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Don Alone 2, Electric Boogaloo, in theaters near you. Hey,
What a
YouTube
story.
YouTube TV customers, listen up. You could lose ESPN and the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and more. You got to take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com so you can keep ESPN. 800-919-3776. Tessa has been waiting, wanting to talk Giants. Now's your time, Tessa. How are you?
Hey, Tessa.
Hey, guys. Thanks so much for taking my call. Of course I'm going to wait. I listen to the show anyway. Of course, my condolences to the Mangold family. It's just really, really sad about that whole situation. My thoughts and prayers go out to them. Also, I did want to say, I was talking about the Devils. I mean, we on an 8-game winning streak. Don, I'm not even joking, and I'm a fangirl real quick. It is such a pleasure and so awesome to have you call in the games. Don and Peter are right. It's like you just take it to another level and just get me so hyped. Like, it's awesome, Don. I'm really, really happy you over on our side now.
Thank you.
But I just wanted to say, you're welcome. I just wanted to say about the Giants, like, I'm pretty calm because it's just, this is what it is. Like, I'm used to just having my season in the toilet and in the dumpster in October. But I just really don't appreciate being on the wrong side of stats every time. Like, every time. Why do we have to be the team that two running backs run for over 100 yards since 2013? Why do we have to be the team, that the running backs 10 yards a carry? You understand what I'm saying? Like, why did we have to be the team last week that they scored over 30-something points in the fourth quarter? See, that's bothering me because we are consistent with that part of trash, being on the wrong side of the stat line. Like, I'm tired. And I understand a lot of fans are saying but I don't care. It's big boy league now. I understand it's only been one season you've been on the table. So at the end of the day, it's not like it's been 3 or 4 seasons. It's one season. So if we have to get a new head coach next season, pull your pants up and let's roll, Jackson. Get ready to get with somebody that's hopefully a winner, because I can't take Dable no more. Mismanaging with the clock. He doesn't coach right. I mean, the defense is out there looking like Brian Burns looks like he's about to walk out the door in 2 seconds. He's out there hobbling on one ankle. He looks like he's done with it. It's no excuse for the defense, but I'm just saying we already know the coaching is terrible. I just need a new regime in there. I don't really call for people getting fired, but Brian got to go. Shane is I'm on the fence with him. I don't know what to do with him, but Brian, Bowen, they all have to go. But I'm just really tired of just being on this side of just terrible stats. We're always the first team to do something terrible. It's
not
depressing.
nothing, Tessa. It's not nothing. 10 straight losses on the road, tying a franchise record that goes back to 78-79 when the last time this team was an absolute embarrassment. And they could lose in Chicago. Why not? In 2 weeks. Then if you break the record, I mean, she's right. When do the stats just pile up to the point where it's like, this just isn't working?
Mm-hmm.
This is really embarrassing. I know he had that great first year, but 23, 22, 24, now 25.
It just comes down to, Don, like, you got to find someone that can come in and get you right. That's what you got to find that guy. And who is it? Because there isn't an obvious candidate out there. Like, in some times, again, Vrabel was such an obvious move for the Patriots, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, they had Mayo, and he was a Patriot too, and he was a young coach. They were going to give him a chance, and after 1 year, you knew, like, no, he's over his head. It'll take too long for him to figure it out. And you have a guy like Vrabel who's already been there, done that, proven himself, and he's also a Patriot. It was such an obvious move. Where's the Giants' obvious move? I would have said last offseason that you could have sold me on Bill Belichick because he loves the Giants. It meant something to him, and he would come in and would he get you organized. But obviously that wasn't going to be the move. They didn't want to do it. What's the obvious move? Who's the guy?
There's no obvious one sitting.
Right?
No, not at this moment. Now, you never know what's going to shake out and who's going to, become available.
That's true, too.
Isn't it
Coaches
wild?
all get fired towards the end of the year. More of them get fired.
Isn't it absolutely insane that nobody wanted a shot with Belichick? And
it's really,
when you see what's happened at UNC.
Wasn't it? It was only Atlanta, right, that brought him in?
Was it Atlanta?
Atlanta brought him in, yes.
Atlanta brought him in, and then just, like, they didn't even bring him for a second interview. I think they just brought him one time.
But think about
didn't like what they heard and kept it moving.
See, but think about that. Is it a coincidence that nobody wanted him and then it's turned out to be this, like, awkward disaster? Like, was the word out in circles like he's lost a step? He's not the guy anymore? Because why wouldn't you? Why would
Or was it the demands that he had were astronomical, were ridiculous, and they were like, no, we're not doing that.
I think he wanted power.
Yep.
And listen, I wouldn't want him if he wanted to come in here and take over the whole thing. He's one of the great coaches of all time. I think he's a very average talent evaluator as far as, general manager and drafting. He's been okay, not great. I can't hand it all over to him. And maybe it's just that there's so much. Even if he doesn't have the title, Peter, is he too heavy an influence on whoever would have that job? Like, let's say you kept Shane and you brought in Belichick. Would Belichick just be too big for the room for Shane to be able to maneuver and do the things he wanted to do?
It's certainly on the table.
Yeah, but it's like nobody. Zero.
I know.
And was the girlfriend a thing at that time? Did they sense something
we didn't
there?
Know
we didn't know
that it was going to be this way, this embarrassment.
But they could have known.
We might have seen a couple of Instagram posts, but that was just about it.
We saw some posts.
But now it's gotten crazy. I think we did this exercise before, right? If there's a coach right now in the league that could get fired, and you're like, yeah, I would take that guy. Who is it? Tomlin's an obvious answer.
Yeah, Tomlin. What if Kansas City wins again and Andy Reid's like, okay, I'm done. There's nothing.
I think
left to do
once he's done in Kansas City, I think he's done.
Yeah.
Right. So that's not happening. that's the problem. Like I said, it's easy to say fire the coach. The hard part is who's the obvious guy to bring in that's going to get you right. Because a young coach, this job, you're asking a lot to come into this market and take a wayward franchise and get it on its feet. You need a Tom Thibodeau type guy to come in here and get you right.
Who's the hot team? Because like Detroit, you knew that those guys were going to be pilfered, right? You just knew. Like, well, who's the team now?
Well, everybody always takes the Eagles guys, and that, like
does anybody give Spagnuolo another chance?
I don't know if you do that. Do you do that?
I mean, it wasn't like he was given that fair of a shake in New York.
Another defensive guy, too.
That's hard to say.
One of the great defensive coordinators of all time.
Yeah, but another guy that would be a head coach as a defense guy, and then have to find a really good coordinator to run Jackson Dart in your offense. And I know Spags has got blood in the ground. It would be personal for him. But still, it's once again going to that place of, okay, who then is the coordinator that'll handle your young quarterback, and you don't want to ruin that.
No.
We shall see. Well, we shall do this again tomorrow.
You want to do it tomorrow, 3?
I say we do it tomorrow. There's a World Series game tonight. There's a Monday night game tonight. Which one do you think Peter's watching?
Now, real quick, you know what I'm doing tonight, but also, guys, real quick before we get out of here, Bud Light and ESPN New York are sending you to UFC at MSG. Mm-hmm. Tap the Bud Light tile in the ESPN New York app and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets in the ESPN suite. It's going to be with me. We're hanging out. You can win through November 7th. Listen and enter through the Bud Light tile to score your shot at the ultimate fight night. Bud Light, the official beer of UFC. Make your move now. 21 and over. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Rules on the ESPN New York app. Please enjoy Bud Light responsibly. And I'll be tied up, between the World Series and the game.
All right, so, you want to be competitive. Are you devastated with a loss? Where are you at emotionally going into a game like that?
I have, for some reason, high hopes of us winning tonight.
You're feeling winning.
I will only be devastated if we're blown out pillar to post, like it's like a nightmare of a night. Otherwise, I'll be fine. But I have a weird fantasy that we somehow shock the world.
Oh.
How about the Kelsey fantasy right now happening on TV?
He's on
all
every
over
channel.
The place.
Jason Kelsey on every single channel on cable.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, trying to find